lovers of rock and roll, Joe C here. Are you digging all the music talk and want to see what my band, The Fallen Electric, is up to? Well, go to thefallenelectric.com for all news, show dates, and contact information. Also, be sure to listen to our album, Never Seen the World, available on all digital music stores and streaming apps.
It's time to get electrified!
Let's go and waste some time on what was recreated and what was
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foos Show! What's up, everybody? I am Joe C.
And I'm Josh.
And thank you all very much for listening to the Foos Show. Thank you for downloading the bottom most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling your friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Food Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And F The Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foo?
Si paisa.
Yeah. All right, on tap today, aside from the Foo, say hi, Foo. Just say hi.
Foobity-doobity.
There you go. we have Ren and Joe of The Unlucky Ones. Say hi, guys.
What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, step up to the mic there, pal.
Yeah,
There
bring
you
it.
are.
Just put it right to the lips.
Pretend you're making out with it, dude.
That's right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on. Joe, I understand you're coming from San Diego. I had no idea we put you through that.
It's okay. I do it very often.
On a Friday, no less. How was the trek?
It was rough.
Uh-huh.
It was rough, but it was worth it to be with you guys in
Yeah.
this room. I'll put up with it anytime.
I think my drive from like Pasadena was probably longer than your drive.
I was about to say.
I somehow believe that.
Yeah, I do.
I was about to say the
That's very
navigation
believable.
from downtown LA to here was not enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Speaking of Pasadena, I heard a report that it was snowing yesterday. Yeah, over at the Rose Bowl. Like, it was snowing in a bunch of different places. Is that...
It was snowing in Granada Hills too.
Granada
there's
Hills.
some crazy weather happening.
Marietta,
I saw
Fontana.
hail like recently, and like the windows to my car was like frozen this morning, so I did have to defrost for a little
All
while.
week.
My door was frozen.
Yeah.
I had to I was like, the other day I tried opening my door and like I fell back. I was like, oh shit, what the hell? I was like, damn it. So I had to put two hands and like yank the goddamn door because it was frozen along the side. It was like right after it rained.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, let me tell
Fucking
you, in
bullshit.
San Diego, it did not snow.
You bastard. You
It
bastard.
didn't rain.
It rained.
It did.
A crisps.
Yeah, I was talking about a 55 at
Okay.
one point.
Oh, damn. It's been getting like to 38 now.
It's 39 this morning,
Oh,
and I did not have enough layers.
It's California, man. We gotta have nice and sunny weather. None of
There's
this.
high taxes for a reason.
I know, right?
We need for the sun.
For the sun tax.
Yeah, no shit. We got a tax for the tan.
Well, guys, once again, thanks for being on. You guys are from the Unlucky Ones podcast. Yes. And the reason you guys call it that is because you highlight movies that didn't quite get the respect that they deserved, right?
Yeah.
To a sense.
In one way or another.
Yeah, in one way or another, this movie we talk about is underrated. It's unlucky. Maybe they didn't win any awards. Maybe they should have
Didn't
won
do
an
well at
award.
the box office, kind of flopped.
Flopped in the podcast or in the box office, and it's now a cult.
Yeah,
why did it flop in the '90s, but now it's so popular now? What makes it unlucky? So usually they all have some type of unlucky factor to it.
Yeah, I recently listened to the Social Network episode that you guys did, the latest one.
Got a little heated in
yeah. And there was that tangent on Taylor Swift for about 5 minutes. I recall. I think you guys definitely should have cut that one, but it's,
You guys don't ride with 1989?
Yeah.
nah, bro.
Not even?
Nah,
Dude,
not even remotely.
1989 is a great album. Check out
All right, dude. There's such a thing as overstaying your welcome.
Just like with movies, my music taste is very eclectic.
I'm just saying, Joe came all the way down from San Diego.
Yeah.
You're going to send him right back? Just
We've
like-
never recorded live together, so this is like a big
first.
Oh, crazy.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
So you guys do it remotely.
We do it remotely. I'm in San Diego. He's in Covina, so we do it remotely.
Oh, so this is a treat for yourselves,
Yeah,
too.
I don't even know what he looks like
Aren't we
until today.
special?
First
Yeah.
time seeing him.
And a little
You're
background.
like, I quit.
Yeah.
So, Josh, you're the ones who introduced them to this podcast.
Correct. Correct.
and invited them on. How do you know these guys?
So actually, we go back to our old middle school years.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Me and Joe were in the 6th grade elective classes together all year. And then we were also in TV media together for 2 years, where we both met Tommy Lee. 7th grade.
Oh, that was a big day.
That was a huge day. I remember me and this guy were on the rafters with, I can't remember his name, William.
You're gonna go over my head.
I know, right?
I thought you were gonna name like a Motley Crue member.
No.
It was like another like class.
Were you on a boat?
I'm on a boat, motherfucker. No. We were setting up for some dance recital thing and me and this guy were like hoisting all the wires up and on the ladder, and then all of a sudden we see this guy walk in, and our teacher before he would always say, "I taught Tommy Lee back in the day." He always used to talk about him.
Band teacher?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Dude,
King.
I was in the band for like a day. And he told like 2 Tommy Lee stories.
Oh, all the time. And so like when we were up there, all of a sudden, Joe, I think he looked over and he's just like, "Hey, dude, that guy looks familiar." I looked over like, "No fucking way, that's Tommy Lee."
I've seen him on VH1
Yeah.
twice.
I was just like, "Dude, hurry up. We got to go down there. So then me and this guy and the other guy, we went down and, we shook his hand. We're just like, "Oh,
wow.
hey, how's it
You never told
going?"
me you met Tommy
That's
Lee.
the only celebrity I've met since that day. By the way.
Yeah, right.
I peaked at 7th grade.
Peaked
basically.
what a way to peak.
I know.
Tommy Lee, and he looked as fucked up as ever.
Really?
He was
Yeah.
in middle school. And he
03?
looked like he was
Okay.
high on something.
Yeah, he came in with shades and a cap on, and he took them off, and he looked fucked up. We were like, "Damn, what is he on? Some lewds?" Like,
It was
yeah.
Probably.
So we go. Me and Joe go way back.
Yeah, we do.
Ren, I think me and you met 7th grade around that time.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
we had just like PE or something.
Yeah,
together.
because we used to play basketball, like pickup games
Oh
at lunch
my
at
God.
basketball, and
Good times.
I used to always go play with them because it was like, dude, this is fun. Like them and like the group they used to have,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Arun, Vinay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Throwing it back.
Oh, dude,
We
yeah.
should tag those
Shout
guys.
out.
Yeah, shout out, Arun.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I've known these guys forever. We just, we haven't spoken for over 10 years now, like
It's one
11
of those
years.
things. Just because we don't speak doesn't mean we're not friends.
Of course,
Right,
I mean,
right.
kindred spirits. Me and Joe.
That's a thing?
Yes, man.
Damn
yes.
it.
That means I have a lot of friends on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, me and Joe used to even shoot the shit about movies senior year,
Yeah, all the
especially when There Will Be Blood and No
Country?
Country for Old Men
Yeah.
came out.
Damn.
Because I remember I asked him like, "So what did you
that was
think?
that year.
Which one should have won?" And he was very upset that There Will Be Blood.
I'm not a huge fan of There Will Be Blood.
You're not, or you are?
Not really.
Really?
No
This is the
Country
end of our
is where it's at.
podcasting co-host.
We did. Everyone, you're witnessing the breakup of the
Might
the
be
Unlucky
happening
Ones
soon.
You're
podcast.
going There Will Be Blood over No Country?
I will be going. To
Yes, dude, it was done so well.
It was really good.
Like you had no.
I drink
gotta
your
rewatch
milkshake.
it,
I
man.
drink
It just-
your
I just
milkshake.
remember
I drink
being
your
boring.
milkshake.
Yeah.
I mean,
So other than his performance, Daniel Day-Lewis's performance, always amazing. But like in all the full movie, I didn't think was that interesting. I guess I have to go back and see it.
if you go back and watch it, like it's a slow burn. It's a really slow burn movie. But once everything like really builds at the climax,
That's what makes it a great movie, I think. It gives you all the foreplay at the beginning and then just gives it to you.
yeah,
Like, at
just
the end.
hard,
Oh,
hard,
yeah.
no lube whatsoever.
Dry.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But talking about some of your episodes, the one I found that I liked particularly, and I told Ren this before you came here, was Hot Rod, the Hot Rod episode, and I loved that
Thank you.
fucking
Yeah.
movie, like that, and the way you guys described it. Exactly, like the cool beans scene. Like,
man.
everyone said cool beans right after that movie.
Cool beans.
Joe,
I still say it to this
yeah,
day.
I do too.
You guys do?
Well, no, Joe C's shaking his head over here in just disbelief.
Not so much with the cool beans. Now, I remember
whiskey.
watching that movie and I was very underwhelmed. I think it's one of those movies where I'd have to watch it again. I only saw it once.
Oh yeah, you have to watch it more than
And it was
once.
back like around that time that it came out on DVD because I got it mailed to me by Netflix. Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
Good times.
So you immediately
Netflix.
sent it back right after you didn't like it?
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
How scratched up was the DVD?
I mean, I got through the first few chapters okay, and then,
The flimsiest envelope, like not even a bubble mailer. It's like
oh no,
Yeah, at the time it was just a legit envelope.
Like a
just a
kindergarten.
pink
that's
piece-
how.
yeah.
That's why the delivery was free. At the
Yeah.
same time,
Got a point. Got a point.
I mean, to that sentiment, I said the story on the podcast too with Hot Rod. Like, we left that movie, and I was like kind of not pissed, but just like Born Ultimatum came out that same weekend,
And you're like, we could watch this shit.
fucking watch Born Ultimatum. Not that stupid shit. I mean, it's aged very well,
Yes.
to me, but at the time,
But another movie I think that kind of reminded me like that of the same way, because I saw Hot Rod in theaters. When I first saw it, I was kind of like, okay, it had funny scenes, but like it was weird. Let me rewatch it again. Because for me, like, I always have to rewatch weird movies because I know I'll get the joke the second time.
Right.
And I loved it, especially with Bill Hader and Danny McBride.
Yeah,
especially
Bill Hader's the best.
when Danny McBride beat the shit out of that guy that came
green tea all day.
I've been drinking green tea all day. I'm taking your hat, motherfucker. This is my hat. And he wears the hat the rest of the movie, which is hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
Great shit.
And but another movie was Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Oh yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right.
when you first see it in movies, you're like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And then you watch it again, you're like, "Oh, okay, damn, this is fucking."
I would
hilarious.
say that happened to a lot of my friends who weren't already exposed to Tenacious D from their TV show and like already kind of familiar with
Their
Jack
music.
Black and KG and all that shit.
Yeah.
So, after watching it a couple times though, if you haven't, you're gonna love it. And I think that's exactly what happened to me with Step Brothers. I was not a fan the first time around, then I saw it again. And then by accident, and I saw it again on another accident,
Classic.
and then I was like, "Hey, I can get through this."
Watching a lot of movies by accident.
Oh, dude. I just stumble into things, dude.
He just.
I didn't know how I got here today.
I believe that. I really do. Foo, you were actually very taken by the Iron Giant one.
Yeah,
The animated?
I really enjoyed
the
that
animated movie.
episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a really good
we
one.
actually pissed some people off from that episode on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Well, we suggested that, or we posed a question that
A
maybe-
harmless question,
a harmless question
just to
that
get the discussion going.
Okay.
should
Really.
the Iron Giant be a live action remake? We know we're seeing all these live action remakes,
Which
with The Lion
I took
King.
particular like to
You
as
know,
well.
We see the Lion King, a live action remake.
Yeah.
We're doing Mulan.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll get every Disney movie at some point.
Yeah.
Do we get a Iron Giant remake? Well, we'll say someone retweeted it, and then I woke up next morning with 300 notifications.
Oh shit!
Basically calling me a big
Yes.
asshole saying, "Leave the Iron Giant alone, you douchebag."
It was such a visceral like reaction. There was some that just said like "fuck you," and like someone threatened to like come to our quote unquote headquarters.
Your studio.
Your
I
studio.
think his quote was, "I'm going to come down to your headquarters and John Wick you guys."
Oh wow! So they're gonna kill your dog?
My non-existent dog.
By the
Yeah,
way,
non-existent
John
dog.
Wick,
Mustang?
the third one's coming out this year.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Dang, but
Parabellum or something.
I actually liked your
Parabellum,
guys'
what the hell that is.
idea better of there possibly being a sequel than like a live action remake.
would always be down. I mean,
Yeah.
ultimately, live action remake. I see why people are very upset.
Would you
by
be
it.
dope if the sequel would be made, but like hundreds of futures, like Fallout style, and he wakes up?
I would be dope. I would be happy with any type of sequel in that movie.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it'd be
because
really cool
the way,
sequel.
especially the way they left it off
Yeah,
when he's
yeah.
frozen and like that little nut goes back
Right,
to him.
right.
It's like, did he get assembled? What happened?
That's
Did
good.
people find
I
him?
mean, they leave it open for a sequel, people.
So you mean there's an Iron Giant in the Arctic and we're not trying to find him?
There it is.
All right, man.
You might be rusted, dude.
You might want to leave this alone. I don't want to get any death threats now.
Yeah, probably.
I know the Foo liked in particular your comment about the voice actor for the giant. It's
Oh,
himself.
hell yeah.
Oh, dude.
Mr. Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, I loved your top 3 movies that he's in, dude.
I didn't appreciate it very much.
So-
But you know what? I gotta tell you. I really agree with you for trashing Fast and the Furious.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
first off,
Thank
Joe,
God.
what did you claim were his top 3 movies?
For the record, and for everybody to know, Vin Diesel's top 3 movies of all time.
Listen,
are
Jose.
The Iron Giant.
Okay.
Okay.
He plays the Iron Giant.
Okay.
His second best role is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Agreed.
And his third best role is the pacifier, in which he is a secret CIA agent and also a babysitter.
The one where he beats up Brad Garrett in
That's
the
the one.
wrestling match?
That's the one. Those are Vin Diesel's 3 best roles of all time. Saying that now.
Okay, I'm not saying he's a great actor by any
I don't think
means.
anybody is.
Yeah.
But
Or should be.
Fast and Furious 1 had a good performance in it.
I want to tell you, I really hate those movies too.
Thank you.
But I've come in a
You
couple
don't like having
times.
fun?
Dude, fuck those movies.
Who knows what's going on?
But I will admit there have been times when I've walked in on people watching the movie, and it's like a scene where they're like hiding in the garage, and I'm like, ooh, what the hell?
There's a lot of those.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
right.
But other than that, as soon as it like progresses like 10 minutes, you're just like,
You're telling me you don't like when one guy jumps to another car who then does a backflip onto like a milk truck who
Make
then
it
saves
stop,
the baby
dude.
from the fire?
I mean, even
It's
the
called physics, man.
yeah, even the Chronicles of Riddick movies. It's like every other actor in that movie's good except him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that's the only reason why you go to watch the Chronicles of Riddick movies is to watch the other actors.
Chronicles
second
of
one's
Is that why?
ridiculous.
So you were ecstatic when they recasted Triple X?
You
sequel?
know what?
What are your Ice Cube thoughts? Is what he's-
I do like Ice Cube. I mean, you can't go wrong with Ice Cube in anything anymore.
Except Triple X State of the Union.
State of the
I can't even remember who's the new Triple X now. Who did they cast as?
It's
No, they
he's
brought him
back.
back.
They brought him
He's
back.
back.
They brought him
Oh my god!
Because he
And
was
there's like that scene where like he's like
For
surfing or
fuck's
there's like a jet ski.
Yeah.
scene or
They're actually
something.
coming out with the Triple X 4.
Oh no!
Is that what he's doing while
you're
The Rock and
welcome.
Oh,
Statham
man.
are doing
The
Luke
movie
Cage?
nobody asked for.
The movie no one asked
There we
for.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
The movie you definitely will not be
Hey, why
watching
not
in
just throw a
theaters.
fourth X? Just call it like XXXX at that point, right?
XXXL.
Yeah, X to the fourth.
X to the fourth power.
It could be a Magic Mike and Triple X
Like crossover.
crossover.
We're just giving Hollywood all the
Oh my god!
Oh, damn it.
No.
You know what, though? He was at
Channing
the
and Vin
role
in the
he
movie?
was good in. And I think a lot of you guys won't remember. He was in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, that's right.
Please
Yeah,
stop.
he died.
yeah,
He
yeah.
died, so that's why it was the
short
best
one.
role. 'Cause
No,
it was
he
quick.
actually. I actually enjoyed him in that because he had little to no
Yeah.
Exactly.
role. Like he really didn't do much there. And it was a young Vin Diesel too.
It was young.
Like,
It was
nobody
right.
really knew who it was.
It was a pre Boiler Room.
Pre-boiler room.
pre anything else.
Pre
really.
anything else.
Pre-knockaround guys.
Knockaround guys. Pre Man Apart. Wait, what the hell is that? I don't remember that movie.
Man
God.
Apart?
He-
That's like O2. It's like Antoine. It's like kind of like
Oh,
in the
Antoine
vein,
Fisher?
Not Antoine Fuqua. I don't know who the director is, but
okay,
like, it's fine.
And on top of that, dude, in Saving Private Ryan, he was surrounded by a bunch of great actors too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and a great script.
The
So-
very
best,
great
probably
script.
one of the best directors ever as well.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, Barry
Good old
Pepper
Steve.
as that sniper.
So
Dude,
good.
one of the best performances I've ever seen. I mean, Barry Pepper in general, he's a great actor. I don't know if you guys seen him in 61.
61, the Roger
The
Maris.
Roger Maris
Yes,
movie.
I've seen that
the
so
one
many
Billy
fucking
Crystal, the Billy
times.
Crystal movie. That movie
Yes.
was fucking. I recommend that
that's
to
on,
everyone.
I think that's still on HBO Go. So yeah, check
Yeah,
that
if you
out.
guys got HBO, definitely go. So what do you guys have coming up?
I see what you did there.
We're gonna finish up. So like this last month, we've just been talking about movies that have kind of been wronged by the Oscars.
Okay.
So
Tis the season.
Tis the
Yeah.
season.
Interesting.
You know, so this past week we did Social Network.
We did Social Network.
What's coming-
We've
and
done,
District 9's coming up next
Oh,
week.
Oh,
District
okay.
9 is our next episode, so we'll talk about that.
Dope.
We did.
Neil Blomkamp's best movie so far,
Yeah,
I think.
man, his trajectory is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Neil with 2 L's, as Joe calls
Talked
him.
about Arrival. That was our first one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we might do Hereditary next week.
Which one's that one about?
Hereditary
I don't
was,
think I saw that
was like
one.
the 2018. It was last year.
Unlucky,
okay.
man. There it is.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
All right.
It was
All
probably
right.
the
All
best.
right.
It's probably the best horror film to come out in the last.
Oh,
15
interesting.
years.
Okay. All right.
It's good. It's a worthy successor.
I wasn't ready for that statement.
Well, you weren't. I'm sorry. Yeah,
This is raw.
It's
This is raw
something
stuff.
that everybody needs to see. It's a very visceral.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Performance.
Nice.
It's just if you need to watch it in the dark, lights off, and whoa, man,
You get to
It's something
sleep
else
with the
to that.
nightlight for the rest of your
The
life.
Conjuring was way more effective when we watched it pitch black.
Yeah,
Oh, like 2 in the
yeah, you
morning.
got to get in the mood
Yeah.
for something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that,
the mood.
dude.
Even the
Sure.
The
second
fool
one.
got his lingerie
much
out and
more.
everything.
You know what's a good one if you watch in just the pitch black, As Above, So
So
Below.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That
Yes,
scared
sir.
the living.
You know what? The first
shit
time
out
I
of me.
watched it, yeah, it was good. But when I watched it another time, I was like, screw you.
Not good. Okay.
But the first time was great. Like,
Yeah.
seen it as a new movie.
Right,
I
right.
was like, wow.
So the Foo is recommending only see it once.
Yes.
That's the recommendation.
Don't rewatch.
Save
Us
your
Above,
time.
So Below.
Save your time.
Well, guys, I wanted to ask you just your personal opinion because anybody who knows me knows that I hate the 80s. So, but
New wave in
there
particular?
was mainly on the music side of things. But, you know, I have to admit, some gems came out of the 80s. And when it comes to movies, what would you guys say is the
wow.
best movie out of the 80s, in your opinion? And what's the worst?
wow.
what's the
Well,
worst?
damn, that's a
Because
lot.
that's a lot.
The best.
There's a
one,
lot.
one of my favorite movies of all time is Back to the Future.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's certainly. I mean, everyone knows
Ahead of
that's
its
one the
time,
best.
though.
Very
Ahead of
much.
its time. I mean, looking back, if you really want to like talk about the plot, it's a weird freaking plot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. You got to go back in time to make sure your dad does your mom.
And then his mom falls in love with him.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. In
Don't
that
have
sense.
sex with your don't have sex with your
I'd say
mother.
that's
Marty.
the worst.
No, that's
No,
the
no,
best.
that's the best. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, that's probably
I've seen that movie many times.
Yes.
When was Back to the Future 3? That's
the Western.
The Western
That
one.
was the
No,
Western
when
one.
was that one? That was that
Oh,
early
that's
90s?
90.
I was
So
gonna
Back to
say.
the Future 2 was 89, and then 3 was 90.
Yeah.
Back to back.
You could easily throw in 3 as the worst of the 80s if it came
Well,
out.
decades spill over. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
spillage into the next
You know,
decade.
actually,
They lost
Technically, the way
magic,
they
dude.
ended
They lost
number
the
2,
magic.
it still spills over to the 90s. So
Stop
The
it.
ending
Stop
of
it.
2 when like he comes
Stop it.
back with the letter. Gee, that's
That
so
was-
fucking good.
Are you Marty McFly? I have a letter.
Yeah, that was.
It's like,
I
come
can't.
on,
but that
man.
sucked. That was the peak of that series, though, right there.
Yeah.
I would say that's the peak, but three is not as bad as you're making it
Oh,
seem.
man.
It's good because I love
What a
this.
true
You know what
fan.
though?
Love the way-
I only like it because I really like the characters in the
Stop
story.
apologizing for 3, man.
I'm just saying.
It's fine if you don't like it.
It sucks.
I
still.
think they hit a stride with 2, and then
Yeah.
they just leveled off, and I think that's what 3 is. you
Honestly,
know?
3, I think they phoned it in. They're just like, okay, how far back in the past?
No,
can
you're
we
talking
go?
about Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. They phoned that one in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. They sure did.
So I know like there's a lot of stinkers, but
Right,
what would you say is a supreme
really bad
capital stinker that came out of the 80s?
Well, first, Joe, what's your best?
Oh, right.
I would
Call for
probably go
these.
for best of the 80s. I think Aliens
Oh,
that's a good one.
is
the
probably
sequel.
my favorite movie of the 80s. Because Alien 1 came out like in 79.
It's like 79.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Aliens 2. It's hard to distinguish when you like Alien or Aliens better. It's really, do you like horror better or do you like action better? Aliens is more of an action movie.
Yeah,
than
and
it's a horror
an
movie.
Alien is more of
The horror, like-
side.
Like
yeah.
that
Right.
tension,
They're
like
stalking
again,
on
like
the
we were
alien,
saying, like
yeah.
it really like there's a lot of foreplay before you see that damn alien.
No, they're
Yeah.
just totally
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but Aliens, you get more of an action. You get, Ripley inside of an actual machine.
The mech-
And I
Yeah.
feel like they tried to do that with Prometheus, but they felt
Oh,
like
like
they
with
felt
Covenant, or-
flat. No, with just the first
Just
one.
Prometheus?
Yeah, with just as Prometheus, I felt like it just fell flat. Like because they tried to build the suspense, and you didn't know if it was an alien movie or
Yeah.
if it,
We
you
kept
know.
it kind of
Wait,
secret.
there
Yeah.
I left with more confusion, but I was at the same time still interested with like what we're gonna do next. But I didn't like to that sentiment. I didn't like Covenant that much.
No,
Covenant
Covenant
was
was
not a
yeah, Covenant was worse.
that was the sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one that came out like
Why?
6 years later, I think.
Why?
Money grab.
Yeah,
2017, yeah.
Yeah, they
keep
tried.
going.
It's their way of rebooting the Alien series, but they
Who
they
knows?
could.
I mean, I'm sure a third one will come out at some point.
Yeah.
To try to tie all 3 of them together. But
Yeah, so going back to Joe C over there.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
worst of the
Yeah,
80s.
couple
boy,
stinkers.
Oh boy, oh boy.
It's a lot to
Oh,
pick
man,
from.
I don't know.
It's a
There's
big
a lot.
list.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
don't
big
know
list.
if I have one like that I supremely dislike.
Is there one that you guys have in mind?
Not really, because it's just a big
Well,
laundry
How-
list.
How-
that can
Howard
run
the
along.
Duck obviously is
Howard the
Howard the
Duck.
Duck was
Oh.
one of the
that
absolute
That's a good one.
worst.
Yeah,
That's
Well,
definitely
not a
one.
good one, but that's a good pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I feel like I would have to look at a list of
Right.
the worst 80s ones.
And you know what? Sometimes you don't even remember that came out in the 80s. Like, especially when we watch them now.
Yeah.
Like, if we get a movie, like, we'll just watch it and we're like, holy shit, that came out in the 80s? For real?
And we're either pleasantly surprised or we're just like, yeah, that's an 80s movie.
Right.
It's one of those things.
I mean, it's
So-
easy to remember all the great movies of the 80s. Sometimes
Yes.
they're great.
There's a lot of movies that are 80s inspired that are like they're like the best worst movie you've ever seen. For example, Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah. The one
All right.
oh, with
You know
John
what I mean?
Claude with John
With
Claude
Jean-Claude
Van Damme.
It's the best worst movie I've ever seen. It's like I'm enjoying it ironically almost, you know?
Right.
When does Mortal Kombat come out? Is that also 90s?
That's
That was in the
97.
90s
It's
too.
like 95-ish or
That's
something.
when that's the year or the 80s were when Superman Quest for Peace came out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, okay,
that
that
the Richard
actually,
Pryor one?
that yes,
Yeah,
that is actually one of the
That was a
worst.
Richard Pryor movie. It wasn't a Superman movie.
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
dude.
pretty much, basically,
There's a lot
yeah.
of Richard Pryor in there.
That would be one of my worst
right.
fucking
Yeah, but
movies.
you're right. Street Fighter is one of those movies where, of course, it's bad, but we look back, I would watch it again.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I could be wrong again. Bloodsport might have come out in the 80s.
That's 9.
No,
It's like right at the edge there. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like at the border,
late
like
80s?
80, like 88. I think it's between 88 and like 90.
90,
Bloodsport
yeah.
Like around that
movies,
time.
It's
again,
88.
I
It
watched
came out
it-
in 88.
That's pretty recently.
Yeah,
I watched it recently.
Yeah.
Terrible movie, but it's so fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous to see this underground cage match of martial artists fighting.
I mean,
It's a lot of fun. For sure.
late 80s, early 90s was like peak Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could
All the
not
JCVD.
find, like, what was the other one? Cyber Soldier? Or,
Universal
Soldier.
Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Universal Soldier. Yeah, fucking.
And it was the golden age of the montage.
Yeah.
I gotta
Oh.
say.
Yeah.
Big Rocky fan over here,
Oh,
man.
dude. Yeah.
I've seen every movie.
Yeah, going back to the Hot Rod episode, I especially like that
Yes,
the
the
Footloose
Oh.
montage. Never,
Yeah.
never, never,
Flash
never,
dance.
never, never,
All
never,
day.
and he rolls down the floor. Oh my God, really?
Can't help but love it. Can't help but
Oh yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, dude. Well, before this gets off the rails a little bit more, tell everybody where they can find your podcast, guys.
Yeah, we're on Apple iTunes. We're on Spotify.
Stitcher?
We're on Stitcher. I think someone told me I was on Stitcher one time.
I think Stitcher is one of those crawler sites where it just grabs a podcast wherever it may be.
I think I on our hosting website I clicked. Yeah,
I was gonna
straight up
say
on
if you
Stitcher.
Google us and like you don't have an iPhone and like are on the desktop, you can like listen to us on like our
the website.
the Stitcher like home
Yeah,
website.
I mean, everybody has
Join
Spotify
the rest
or
of the
iTunes.
world.
Right?
If you don't have Spotify or iTunes, then send us a DM on Twitter. I'll find a way for you to listen.
Send you a link.
Yeah. Joe will
the
send
link.
you the master
Hit 'em
file.
up.
Send it
them up.
SOS. I need the episodes
wave.
now.
Yeah.
Yes, he'll send you the
Give you
way.
the wave.
Sorry if it was 300 megabytes.
exactly.
I was able to download it next week. Well, sweet, man. Well, you guys can crack wise. We're going to get right into the nerd news, and we'll get on with it. Here we go.
All right, guys. So there has been talk. I know I mentioned it on a few podcasts ago. The outing or the retirement of Mr. Ben Affleck as the Batman.
What?
It's not a surprise.
No, it's not. No, I was just fucking around.
I wanted it to work so badly.
I did
think
too
we all
because
did, man.
it looked like he could do it, but
He
it was
looks like Bruce Wayne.
sorely
They
disappointed.
fucked up by making him the old Bruce Wayne. I'm just saying. He could have
Well, I
passed
mean-
for like a 30-year-old Batman, right?
Really?
Yeah, I
You
think
think
so.
Ben Affleck could pass for 30 years old?
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Boom in your
Ever
face.
since it happened, I think, Ben Affleck looks like Bruce Wayne, and he puts on a mask and
Yep.
looks like Batman.
Well, I guess
I like Batman vs Superman. I mean, I don't think it's the best movie in the whole world, but
No, it's not. It's not by far the best.
it has some
a really long
shining
movie.
moments to it.
Does it?
I mean, I
2 hours
recommend.
later.
I recommend the extended version. It's
Oh,
3
God.
hours, but
I heard
it's
that.
actually
Yeah,
really
somehow
good.
better.
It is. I actually
they
watched
cut
it.
a lot of scenes that were vital to understanding other scenes.
So these two guys were so upset after the first. I was upset too after the first one that I watched the
Okay.
extended one. I was like, okay, wow, I'm very pissed that they
Oh,
didn't
I
show
see.
this
So
in theaters.
Interesting.
That
Yeah,
Okay.
We
so-
went to a bar to
Like
you know,
after
take
the
edge
movie,
off. After,
Yeah.
after the
Wow.
movie,
Yeah.
dude. After the movie came out, we all went to a bar, and
I
there
need
was
a
a
Patron
point.
shot now.
Well, it was at a
Yeah.
point where we were waiting for our drinks, and it was like dead silence because
I,
we were
did-
all.
I had,
know
my,
what?
I had my
off,
head
dude.
in my hands, face down.
I'll give you a prime example of what we looked like after we went to that bar. At the bar, you know, like that end scene in Avengers,
Yeah.
where they're getting shawarma,
shawarma.
and we're
Just
just
all
sitting there
quiet.
like,
Oh,
what
man.
the fuck, dude?
Just
Like,
the
what did we
shared
just
trauma.
go through?
we got through it, but damn, barely.
God damn. Yeah, and I showed them the extended, and both of
interesting.
these guys, you know, what did
Oh.
you think of the extended, Josie?
I never saw it.
Yeah, you did. I showed
Oh,
it.
he fell asleep.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
was
did.
asleep.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not a glutton
It's
for
just so
punishment.
funny
Yeah.
because like a movie
Classic
that like I
Josie.
was out on for like past the hour 40 mark, so the extended one is so it
Well,
pieces together the
it
movie
does.
better.
It does. Like the parts where it seemed choppy in the theater movie.
Which is all of it, basically.
Yeah, there's actually filler scenes in there that make it seem
Make it more fluid.
Yeah, it was more
Right.
fluid. And I remember during the movie because I was like drunk and faded as all hell. Like I was high as all hell when I saw it, and I looked at it. I was getting upset. Like I was getting visually upset.
Personally
Like
We all
attacked.
were, dude.
We all
Yeah.
were. We all were
Yeah.
upset. This is the fucking end product.
I
of
kept
all this
looking
waiting.
at
Batman versus Superman's been like in development for like 20 years.
Yeah, and
I
I
remember
Legend.
like freaking Wolfgang Peterson who directed like the perfect storm was attached to it, like in 2000. I was like, this is happening. 16 years later, okay, we got it.
And that I didn't.
And that was the end
like
result.
I was so beside myself. I told my mom.
Oh wow.
And,
Yeah.
and his mom doesn't speak English at all. so she
So
had no
she-
idea.
And being the sweet lady she is, she's like, oh no. So she was trying to comfort me. I was like, you don't understand, Mom. like stay out of this, lady.
Your dad's all like, did you understand what he was saying? No, but he was upset.
Pobrecito.
Pobrecito. Ay, mijito. Well, now comes the thoughts of who's going to replace him.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you guys some of the rumored names, and I want to get your reactions.
There's one
especially from you.
There's one
and-
I like.
from
one I
Ren and
like
Joe.
as well.
Yeah. So first one, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
I don't know about that. I mean, he's in like the new Spider-Man, right? He's like
Mysterio.
Yeah, he's
Mysterio.
Mysterio. So,
so no.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's feasible.
Too small.
His face is kind of weird looking for Bruce Wayne.
It doesn't
Weird
match.
underneath the mask.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't know. He just looks like someone you could punch, and I don't want to be able to punch.
He really does have a punchable face.
Yeah,
does.
You, know,
He
you,
sh-
you look at Batman and think, "Oh shit, this guy's scary." Not like I want to punch him in the face.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to look at Homer Hickam.
I
while fucking
I can see
Batman.
him as a Jason Todd.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
thought.
that'd actually be
Yeah.
good.
Hey, Hollywood,
Wow, I think you're onto
Josie's got
something.
I know.
ideas.
Hollywood, get on this now.
Because
Steal
he's
it.
normally usually wearing a mask.
Yeah, that's a
Anyway.
good point.
Right, it works.
All right. Well,
You would be an insane Jason Todd.
yeah, he would.
Dope.
Very good. What about the next one, Mr. John Hamm?
I actually didn't mind that one. John Hamm's very.
But again, are we trying to get
Is
a
it
young
too on
Batman?
the nose? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but in the same effect as what Joe said, you can probably pass him for late 30s, maybe.
I think so.
And it doesn't have to be
sake.
like a full like origin story, but somewhere in between.
Dude,
I
those
don't
are the
know.
really good Batman comics.
They are.
though,
When
like,
Batman
he's in his
got
30s.
yeah, when Batman got into his mid-30s, his like early 30s to mid-30s, that's when shit started getting crazy.
That's when he was in the Justice League.
That's
Yeah.
also when Jason Todd died. That's when he went up against Hush. When
Yeah, a lot in the Bat family is also going on. He's going through some shit in his 30s.
Barbara Gordon just got shot in the
Shot
in the
just got shot
spine.
in the spine and the pelvis.
Yeah, right.
Bane cracked his fucking back. And
Batman's been through some.
he's
shit.
been through some shit, man.
He had a bad decade.
Yeah, but I can actually see John
Tough life.
Hamm as both Batman and Bruce Wayne. More Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
than if anything, just because of how he was
He's
in
handsome,
Batman.
he's handsome.
He's handsome and he's
Handsome dude.
charismatic.
Looks very Bruce. Is that like almost too on the nose?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
being, like,
where it's
and-
like, no, the
Like he could legally change his name to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
And
be
everyone
okay.
would be like, dude, he's Batman.
right.
He's real life Batman. All right, well, next one. This is actually, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but his name is Scott Adkins.
Where's he from?
So he
I've heard
actually,
that name before.
From what I'm seeing, he's starring
Oh, that
in.
diet.
Yeah, the bacon diet.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He's actually starring in this new show, FBI, I believe, on
on
NBC.
CBS.
Is that the
or
Angela
something.
Bassett one?
Yeah,
CBS,
it's
the
one
old
of those.
people's network.
No,
Yeah,
Angela Bassett's the first or no, the what the hell is it? 911.
Oh,
911. I need
Yeah.
to catch 911. That looks crazy.
It looks. I think I saw an
Over
episode
my
the other
head,
day.
Too. Don't worry. I'm like, is this on Fox, CBS, NBC?
911's on Fox.
If it's about cops, firefighters, you can like roll the
Paramedic.
dice on
Have you heard of
fucking on
NBC's
CBS.
like Chicago universe?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's awful. The like,
That's amazing. They got like a fire
A
department,
fire
show,
department,
a hospital,
and the police.
and the police.
All in the same universe.
It's all in the same universe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if how much crossover they done.
They did one recently, I heard. I don't know why I know
How
that.
can you keep up though?
That's crazy.
It's the CEU, the Chicago Extended Universe. I guess.
Yes.
Wow.
So far, he's been in the Expendables 2. He was in Wolverine X-Men Origins.
Oh,
I-
that one.
He was
Is that
in.
the one in Japan?
Oh, do you think I want to remember that?
yeah. So in Bourne Ultimatum, he was Agent Kylie. I guess someone in there. I mean, he plays a lot of
so he's
obscure
had some
roles.
action.
Yeah, he's had
background.
some action experience. He's unknown, so I don't think he'll match exactly what what's his name, Matt Reeves is looking for, because they said
right.
they wanted to get a recognizable face.
Okay.
So I don't. I think right now he's coming up in Triple Threat. That's that movie that's coming out on Netflix.
oh,
with-
Triple Frontier
Is that? Oh, is that Triple Frontier?
with like Ben Affleck.
Yes,
also?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
And he'll
Is that
be
the
in.
Oscar Isaac one too?
Yes.
Yes. I just saw a
And
trailer.
what's his name?
A lot of people are in
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, it's a
Just
star-studded
say
movie.
a name, and he's probably.
I think somebody with a good chin.
Yes.
You know, somebody
Yes.
with like a solid fucking chin, where like if you punch them in the chin, you'd break your hand.
break your hand.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
speaking of chin,
Jay Leno?
Oh, yeah. Let's have Jay Leno as Batman.
Old Batman.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joker, what are you doing over here? Come on, tell me where the bomb's at. Yeah.
We do an episode of jaywalking within the.
It
We're
works.
walking down Crime Alley here. It's beautiful stuff, beautiful.
So again, speaking of Ja, there's also the rumor of Mr. Robert Pattinson. I am not on board with this.
I can see him as Batman, not as Bruce Wayne.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would make
Because
sense.
Batman, just like Robert Pattinson, is very stoic. Doesn't have a lot of lines.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he can do action. I mean, he did it in
Yeah.
with
They-
that
they can-
Twilight
they
bullshit.
Can teach him to do. Yeah, they can teach him to do a few things.
Yeah,
but not as Bruce Wayne. He
He
wouldn't.
needs to put on like 60 pounds of muscle.
I don't
It
think he would.
was-
I definitely don't think
it
he
would
would
have
do
to
it.
be
I mean,
a-
like he's done like a lot of indies like recently.
He does a
Yeah.
lot of drama, indie, some comedy, romance,
Yeah,
romance,
he's
and
done like some
stuff.
Cronenberg movies as well. It's pretty.
Yeah,
insane.
it's pretty.
It would
weird.
have to be
which
a
is a good,
Justice
like,
League
rise.
movie where he's Batman full time. Where he
Or he doesn't get into the Bruce Wayne character.
No. And if he
Oh,
does,
literally
it's
just
like
that. I see.
just a few scenes
he's
here and there.
yeah, he's getting into the Batcave to change.
Well, I
into
heard
Batman.
I heard this upcoming film is going to be like a noir style Batman, where
Yeah.
it's gonna feature a lot of the rogues gallery.
It's a silent movie.
Yeah.
Black and white.
just the
Black
piano in
Black
the
and white.
background.
It's Sin City all over again, but with Batman.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, actually, that with blood just splattering and it's white.
Probably better than last two.
Yeah, but I see more of a Batman than Bruce Wayne for Robert Pattinson. But I just don't. Please, just don't.
No.
Stay away from that. Next would be for you Game of Thrones fans, Kit Harington.
Down.
Is he
Down.
too short?
Jon Snow.
I heard he's like 5'6".
They could pull
they
it
could
off.
fix
They could
that.
fix that.
They could fix
They could
that.
Tom Cruise it.
Yeah, if they made John Wayne look like a
No.
freaking giant, they can make Kit
Please,
Harington
no.
look like a
I'm
giant.
just saying Tom Cruise is like 5'6", 5'7" as well. And
They
he's-
make him look.
They
normal
make him
height.
look like he's like almost 6 feet in some movies. It's pretty amazing.
Kit Harington's got the build for it.
He does.
Kind of got the stoicism to it.
He's got the stoic to it and the look. If you clean him up a little,
Sure.
I think he could look, pass off for a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Nice jaw. Yeah.
Yeah, very, yeah.
Passed
So
the jaw test.
Pass the
He
jaw
passes
test.
the
He
jaw
was in
test.
that tennis movie on HBO.
he's 5'8", so a little.
Well, they can pull it off to make him look almost.
my
like-
height trivia was a little off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
You know who? You know what he's in?
Who now?
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington.
Isn't that the one guy from The Thing?
Exactly, food. Damn, you know so much.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
so
man. Fuck with
knowledgeable.
Thrones? Wealth.
He does not.
He doesn't like
We
the
tried.
Thrones.
We tried getting him
It's
into
a good
the
show,
Thrones.
man. I'm not personally rooting for anyone on that show, but it's a good show.
Isn't it?
I
No,
can't
No,
help it.
I
It's a good
believe
show.
you.
great
I
show.
believe you. I just don't care.
Yeah, I was like that for a long time, and then
What a
something
dick.
happened, and then I just
It just
got
snapped.
real into it.
It was a girl, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was just, I
Was
think it was just
Okay.
the hype. Just the hype.
Just
Yeah,
finally,
yeah,
like,
it-
all
it's
right,
nice.
what is
That's
it?
nice.
That
to
part
be-
is really
I
annoying.
saw some battle scenes. Like, whoa, this is pretty intense. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. so-
Yeah, and
Oh,
that's
fuck
similar.
yeah, dude.
honestly in the last 2 or 3 seasons, they've had major battles.
Yes.
like
Oh,
happen.
crazy.
And it's like almost like a 20-minute battle that happens
Right,
inside.
Battle of Bastards is
Yeah,
a classic.
Battle of Bastards is the best one. And for those of you guys that are still on the
Shut
fence, it's Joe C. You need to go watch the Battle of the Bastards episode, and I
Oh.
guarantee you that
Might
will
change your
convince you to watch at least
You'll
the beginning
automatically be like, I want Kit Harington
to be
to
Batman.
survive.
Yeah, he
and
was
be Batman.
He was great. He was great in that movie or in that show. And it's gonna end. It's coming back in April.
Yeah,
so
we got like 6 episodes.
six
like 90-minute
Six
episodes?
90-minute episodes. So it's pretty much gonna be 6
And they said
movies.
some of the battle scenes took like 60 days to film. Like they were up all night, some nights just filming
Yeah,
battle scenes.
yeah.
Very excited.
Insane.
It was crazy. So next on the list is Ryan Gosling.
You can put Ryan Gosling in anything, I'll watch it.
Same.
Did you see
Yeah.
Beyond the Pines?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's-
we love Place Beyond the Pines.
That movie
That's,
is
that's a future
insane.
episode of ours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Josie, if you're not familiar with Place Beyond the Pines, pretty much Ryan Gosling is like a robber, bank robber.
He's a stuntman, a motorcycle stuntman
Yeah.
goes bank robber.
Yeah. And so Bradley Cooper is like this detective that investigates
Isn't that
him.
Drive?
No. Similar to
Also
Drive.
great. Watch that
Also
too if
great,
you haven't
too.
seen it.
Yeah, I've seen
But
it.
spoiler alert,
He just stares at things in that movie.
Ryan Gosling dies in the movie. Like pretty
good.
fairly early
Like,
on.
maybe 40 minutes.
The 40
in.
minute mark. Yeah.
40, he dies in the movie, and then at
I'm
that
down to
point,
watch the movie now.
it takes a turn because his kid ends up going to who's played by Dane DeHaan,
Yeah.
goes to school with Bradley Cooper's son, and then somehow they intersect. The kid finds out Bradley Cooper killed his dad.
crazy.
And the kid and Dane DeHaan tries to kill Bradley Cooper. It's like a
I mean,
very
Josh has ruined the whole movie for you, but
No, he'll watch it.
Totally still watch it.
He'll still
Totally
watch it. He didn't listen to a word
Yeah,
I just
check
said.
that
Yeah, for one, I didn't listen. 2, spoilers don't matter to me.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
And-
in fact, he prefers spoilers so that way he knows if he should even bother with the movie. At all.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, it's like my poor version of Rotten Tomatoes if I was just too lazy to go on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
Which, by the way, how much does that influence you guys when you're picking out a movie?
I would like to say it doesn't, but it
Yeah.
does. It totally does.
Because it's
Damn
usually
it.
right.
I
Right?
mean, yeah, they're pretty on point. As much as people don't like to admit it. When recently that new movie that came out, was it the King Arthur movie? The Guy Ritchie
Oh,
King Arthur movie came out like 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh,
Okay.
the one with Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah, with Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
I remember
Yes.
seeing the trailer and be like, "Oh, I'm on this train. I'm so hyped. I'm ready for this."
Nope.
Rotten
I
Tomatoes
knew
score
it.
comes out, it was like
I
12%.
knew
I was
it.
like, I'm out. Not
I
watching this
remember.
now.
Oh, a very specific one was like Suicide Squad. The weekend before, the weekend before, us and like our buddies were guessing like, what do you think the score is going to be? 84, 89,
I put
91,
money on that movie that it would be better than
79.
Doctor Strange.
And it comes out like the next week and it's like
29%.
29% or something. I mean, I still saw it and it's a terrible movie.
It's a very
You know
terrible
what
movie.
pisses me off when like a movie is by far a great movie, maybe even deserves it 100%.
Sure.
But you get that one asshole that makes
always.
it 98, 99.
Always.
You know,
And it's always some guy who just needs the attention. Someone to, so people
that
can
guy.
go onto their name
Yeah.
and go into their website and then like go onto their get
yeah.
exposed.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who rate shit just to be trolls. So when you're watching porn, right, and you see these ratings,
stop.
Go
it's like,
on.
Who's
Go
the
on.
one? Who's the one rating a
Who's the one
porn
taking the
video
time
down?
anyways?
It's the same person who actually has a profile.
Yeah.
That too.
It's that person.
It's like really.
You really need to think of your life decisions if you got a profile
You're
on a
signing up
porn
for-
website.
So you're telling me there's comments on porn videos?
Yeah,
Lots
dude.
of comments.
There's a whole.
Don't act like you don't know.
Don't act like you're not trolling the porn comments, buddy.
What the hell?
I know what you're watching, then hentai. You son of a bitch.
Fucking tentacle sex over here.
Jesus, where is this coming from?
That one is also sexual.
Damn, you guys.
All right, well let's move on.
about
yeah, let's get back to Batman, please.
Yeah, why not?
So
Stay on target. Stay on target.
So I'll give you another few names. Another one is Richard Armitage. For those of you guys,
Also,
that
Game of Thrones.
no, he was in Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit series.
Oh,
He played Thorin Oakenshield.
Oakenshield.
I mean, you couldn't even tell it was Richard Armitage if you looked at him. So,
he's like the main dwarf.
That's the main dwarf.
yeah, the main
Oh,
dwarf.
okay, yeah.
He has a prominent face.
Prominent face,
You
yes.
know, the blue eyes. It like Bruce Wayne, I could probably see it. I don't know about Batman.
Yeah.
Underneath the mask, probably not.
Probably not. Josh Hartnett.
Wow, where's that guy been?
Yeah, I just saw 40 Days and 40 Nights recently. What a
Good
gem that
movie.
movie is.
It's a good movie.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And honestly, I don't hate
You don't hate it?
but
It was cheesy.
I feel like okay.
level
I
of
feel
cheese.
like the original like talks before Nolan did Batman. Like I alluded to like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
I feel like he was in talks because this was like 2002.
I think he was
2003.
before Batman Begins. I
Yeah,
think,
before
like,
Batman Begins, he was the one. So like this is like kind of like a life I don't
Josh
know,
Hartnett.
goal or something.
Yeah,
for
because
him.
I think it was after Batman and Robin, that other shitty Batman movie.
I'll watch
Nipple
that on
Batman?
TNT any day.
Ugh, don't even get me started on that Batman.
Watch
dude.
that on TNT
I was-
any day.
Dude, I was like 10, 11 years old, and I hated that Batman movie. Like, what does that tell you? I knew what good movies were, and that was not a good movie, sir.
It was not.
Chill, everyone, chill.
What do you guys think of Wolverine as Batman?
Ooh, Mr.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman?
You know what?
That's
It
fine.
matches. I like it, but
He's already
I don't-
built.
But I don't see
True.
it happening because.
Oh no, it's not gonna. But it would be dope.
It would be dope. It would. What about Mr. Keanu Reeves?
You know, I was gonna say that
Yeah.
if he can act.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
good
not.
one.
He's not. Again, he's not Bruce Wayne. You can
That's
be
true.
a. You can be
be
badass
Batman.
Batman.
Give me Batman.
Yeah.
He could be Batman.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Just don't give him too many lines as Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll finish off with this one because I think, Joe, you have a special place in your heart for this actor, Mr. Armie Hammer.
I was gonna say,
That's
is
what I
this-
thought.
is this what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about?
Save the
Armie
best for
Hammer?
last.
That's
what we're thinking.
There have been rumors that Armie
I'd be
Hammer
okay with that.
would be the upcoming Batman. And in all honesty, I totally am
I think
on
it's the
board
best
with that.
choice out of
It is.
everything.
Right age.
Got the build.
He's
Great look,
handsome guy.
handsome guy, can
Can
totally
act.
pull off
He
Batman.
has a great name.
Yeah,
Armie
Hammer.
Hammer.
Armie Hammer
I would
has
change my
the
name, Armie
Dark
Hammer.
Knight.
Yeah, that's a badass name.
I mean, it makes sense. And he's obviously came out, denied any involvement
Yep.
in the movie, which, in my opinion, means
That-
he's going to be the Batman
They
coming up.
already got him. They already got him signed. Like,
Yeah, he can't say
CDs
anything
in.
legally.
Did you know Armie Hammer said he suffers from straight white male privilege?
what?
Look it up.
Oh my god! Well, he actually came. I remember there was controversy with him too when Stan Lee died, about how some of the actors, that were putting up posting pictures on Instagram of them with Stan Lee. And Armie Hammer came out, said, you could do something better than just posting, a selfie. A selfie, in memoriam. When you just, why don't you just put his picture? Why do you got to put yourself in that picture?
Is that on
kind of
point already? He's already like Team DC. He's like, fuck these Marvel white
Yeah,
people.
right.
He's getting into character.
Like,
He's
already.
getting character already.
Even Negan,
He's like,
Jeffrey
yes.
Morgan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan came out and called him he called him a little pissant pretty much,
Yeah.
and said, "Stay in your
I think
lane,
I read
brother."
this. Okay,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was a huge thing. And then I think he cut out his Twitter, like he just went off Twitter
Deactivated
altogether.
it.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, for a little while.
Sounds like we confirm Armie Hammer's Batman.
I
right
think
now.
he needs to be
Yeah.
Batman. I think, you know what, Warner
in,
Brothers, get your heads out of your goddamn asses
Yes,
and let him
please.
take over this. You made one right decision in having Matt Reeves be the director.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved his Planet of the Apes movies. And God,
This guy,
Planet
Joe.
of the Apes movies.
Oh, dude, the
Underrated.
originals.
Originals, even the remakes.
He
The re-
showed
they're all
loves the
great.
remakes.
They're all great.
I introduced
so
him to
good.
these guys. The originals, all
we
five
watched
of them.
all
What?
we watched
What?
all five in
Of
one
what?
night.
Yep.
Yeah,
Of what?
Wow,
Great.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
the Apes.
first few
Wake
nights
up,
we
bro.
moved
Oh,
into
dude,
the
remember?
into the house, we got super faded and just watched all Planet of the
amazing.
Apes
Nice,
movies.
nice.
We stayed up till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, there
watching
was hardly
all
a
those
break.
movies. It was
Those are like
great.
my earliest memories of like the AMC channel when they would just like have marathons of like,
Yes.
these old movies.
Yes.
Like
American
I may have
movie
spent, like-
classics.
That's
Yeah.
what I used
So
to.
good.
I mean, that's what I used to love about AMC watching all
Originals,
those.
the remakes, the remake trilogy that came out for the past 6-7
Yeah,
years.
Rise,
Rise, Dawn,
and
War.
Right, right.
I still haven't seen War though.
I haven't seen War
I
either.
need to
War will blow
watch
your
War.
mind. I'm vouching for right now.
But Woody Harrelson's in it, man. And
Takes
he takes me out
it
of
took
movie.
me out. He
What?
takes me out of every movie, dude.
Does he
I
really?
know. Yeah, yeah. As much as I want to like the guy, I really do.
Love the
I really
guy.
want to like the guy. I even enjoy his acting chops, but just looking at his face,
Huh.
just like you're Woody Harrelson,
He is.
you know?
Honestly. I mean,
Every
he's kind
movie.
of like in that stretch now,
Yeah.
post Hunger Games.
Dude.
Like,
At this
that's-
point, at this point, because I mean, even in Hunger Games, because before Hunger Games, it was Zombieland. And I loved him in Zombieland.
Right.
He was hilarious.
He was
Mr.
great in
Twinkie Man,
Zombieland.
trying to get his Twinkies.
Right, right.
It was funny, but
Zombieland 2, that's coming, right?
yeah, it is coming actually. That's coming up. I believe him and Jesse Eisenberg are coming back.
I think all of them are coming
I
back.
think all four.
think so.
The movie
was
poster
it-
showed all 4 of them.
Who's there? Abigail Breslin.
Abigail Breslin,
Emma
Emma Stone.
and Emma Stone. Yeah.
That poster looked photoshopped. It didn't look legit though. I mean, it's real,
It's
but
legit. Yeah, it does look photoshopped.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're going for, man.
maybe.
You know. So I want to go into one more thing, and that's the upcoming Marvel movies. I don't know if you guys are fans of the whole DC Marvel things.
I have a
going on.
10-year-old, so
Oh yeah, I know you're good.
It's-
Yeah.
I've seen Infinity War at least 5 times this
Oh
year.
yeah.
This
Damn.
year, not 2018. This in the last
2019.
month and a half.
Oh,
Damn, that sucks.
Oh,
It's
so,
fine.
Get
It's
so
fine.
depressed watching everyone get snapped. Like, oh, they're dead. Yeah. So some upcoming movies for all of you guys out there that may be interested. Dark Phoenix will be coming out this June 7th. That's going to be
That's this year too?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's going to be the last of the Fox only X-Men movies
Just
because
scrap it.
they're gonna reboot it after 2 years, I believe. So we'll finally just get to see that finished and over with.
Right, right.
Because God damn it, man, Age of Apocalypse was just so
bad.
disappointing. I mean, they made him look like Ivan Ooze from fucking.
No,
But you know what?
they
Power Rangers was better than goddamn Age of Apocalypse,
think
and they had the
Ivan Ooze
same
would-
pretty much character.
Yeah,
Pretty
Ivan
much.
Ooze would win in a fight
Yes.
against Apocalypse. For sure.
Hands down, hands down. Other movies are Spider-Man: Far From Home. July 5th.
Much anticipated.
Very much.
Yeah, I'm there for Jake.
The New Mutants.
Oh,
And that's that horror movie that's
Horror?
like the,
Yeah.
yeah.
The horror.
The horror movie.
horror one.
The horror one. The dirty horror one.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
August 2nd, it's coming out. It's going to be like a horror, like again, horror Fox.
That one like,
Marvel
has like
X-Men
a
one.
interesting like backstory already because I think that was supposed to come out
Is that
last
the one
year.
with Maisie Williams? in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I guess the trailers didn't test well. It was too horrific.
Yeah.
I think they're lightening it up.
Yeah, they had to go back for reshoots at least 2 or 3
Jeez.
times. They pushed it back.
What
It was
the
supposed to
hell?
come
Not a
out.
good sign.
It was supposed to come out last October. Then it got pushed back to this last April.
Yes.
And then now it's coming out in August 2nd.
Not
So
the best month for movies. either.
Yes, and it's not a good sign again when your movie gets pushed back. Remember, guys, Suicide Squad came out in August. Be
Stop.
aware of August movies. Be very aware.
Yeah, there is a correlation, isn't there?
There is, there sure is. But some other movies that are still in pre-production: Morbius, The Living Vampire,
Oh yeah.
July 10th, 2020. That's starring Jared Leto.
The Foos shaking his head.
Ah.
And it's Jared Leto. Jesus.
But it's also starring Matt Smith of Doctor Who
Doctor
fame.
Who.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will be in it as well. They haven't said what role he's going to be playing, but it's going to be a major role. So it may either be antagonist, protagonist, whoever knows with fucking Morbius, the Living Vampire, since he's pretty much a villain in Spider-Man. Black Panther 2 will be coming out. There's no date confirmed yet, obviously, because he
Yeah.
hasn't come back to life. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah, so I think they're waiting for
Oh,
him to come back to
Yeah,
life.
Spider-Man's coming out. We know he's back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's
For real.
Or
Motherfuckers.
is he?
Wow.
Alternate universe. Yeah.
Oh, Jinx Yomi Cook.
Stop.
I can't speak for the rest of the podcast. Bye.
Next is Doctor Strange 2. Again, no confirmed date.
He left too, right? He got snapped.
He got snapped as
Okay.
well.
From the looks of the trailer, yeah.
Yeah. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is still slated to come out, and they're saying they're still going to use James Gunn's script.
Yeah, they
They're
still
good.
want to make sure it still meshes well with the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
So Homeboy's still getting a paycheck.
he should.
yes.
Oh, he will.
He will. I mean,
No, that's confirmed.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
and he's redoing Suicide Squad 2. He's doing that.
Is that confirmed?
It's confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's confirmed.
That's
He's
amazing.
writing it,
Good
and
for
then he's
him.
pretty
What
much
a big
going to
fuck
direct
you to
it.
Marvel.
Such a
Yeah.
big fuck
Oh
you.
yeah.
I can't wait for all the Easter
that's
eggs in it. That's like,
yeah.
And they said it's
exactly.
going to be pretty much a reboot. They're
Good.
rebooting
Of
the
course.
entire, which they should.
We
'cause
need it.
The first one was just a piece of shit.
Will
Like,
Smith took me out of it. There, I
Really?
said it.
Wow.
Wow.
Jared Leto took me out of it. I didn't
Jared
like
Leto
it.
took
Jared
Yeah.
Leto was a piece of shit. in
That
that
joke-
movie.
I think I didn't think I had to say that.
I like Margot
That's
Robbie's Harley Quinn. I did.
Yeah.
You know,
I, mean,
the,
I think most people. I mean, that's why we get the
Yeah.
Birds of Prey movie. Coming
yeah,
out
that's
with-
coming out
because
this-
of the success of Harley
later
Quinn.
this year. I could have done without all those tattoos. I
I thought it was a
Whatever.
joke. I was like, this
yeah.
is like a fake concept art thing.
Same thing with Jared Leto
Jared
and
Leto,
the Joker.
too.
I was just
Yeah.
like, why? Why? This is not necessary. But again, hopefully James Gunn writes the shit because obviously you could see he
Yes.
knows how to cast a cast of misfit characters and be very successful with his movies. So,
Yeah.
Next is, and this movie will really hit home with me and the Foo here. Venom 2.
Ooh. Now, does that hit home in a bad way or
It
a
hits
good
home
way?
in a terrible way.
Far from home.
Yeah, far from. You know what? Send this
Stop
back
it.
to space. Send
Is this
Venom.
why you don't like Woody Harrelson?
This is exactly why I don't like Woody Harrelson. There will be carnage.
Oh,
How
man.
that?
Oh,
no,
I see what you guys are alluding
no.
to. I haven't seen Venom,
Yeah,
but I
it's-
know what that.
Dude, I want to go to Mars, dude. Fuck this.
I mean that scene. Because you know what? Before that scene, I could have taken it. You know, it was okay.
How did you guys
Was
like
it?
the outro soundtrack, though?
to Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
With
you?
I haven't
did you
seen
watch it,
Venom.
Joe?
I've so here's a confession. I've seen YouTube scenes of Venom, and I've read the Wikipedia to Venom.
Oh, okay, that's
and
enough.
that's the only thing I've seen.
That's
enough
enough.
of that. I'm like, I don't need to
Somehow,
watch
Yeah,
it.
you
somehow
don't
I
need
know
to.
about the Woody Harrelson thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know anything
I know the
else
Woody
about the
Harrelson
movie.
thing because, well, yeah, I YouTubed it and I looked up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
and it's not good.
It's not good at all. It's not. And then like what the Foo was talking about, the end song, it's the Eminem
I was saying
song.
it's Eminem
Is it
song.
Venom?
Venom. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the entire
That
thing
one?
is Venom, 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 Venom,
That's
Venom. It's like he
amazing.
got his fucking
It's like
revving
rubbing
his
it in
car.
your goddamn face.
Yeah.
That, like, you
That's
watched our
great.
movie thanks to the money.
His all. It's like, is your alternator out, bro? I think you need to change that. You live in Detroit, right? I think you can just go right around the corner and fix that shit.
Get a new one.
Yeah, just get a new one. Just stop.
Did
Please
Venom
stop.
take place in Detroit? Is that why?
No, it took place in San Francisco, too.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, exactly. It's like, just keep it in New York, man.
Yeah.
Keep it in New York. If you, I don't. They should have just let Marvel take care of it. Sony should just stay out of all Spider-Man altogether. Just let Marvel run the ship, and move on. Just move
That's
on.
where we're headed.
It is where we're headed.
Thank
We're
God.
taking
Thank
over
God.
X-Men they're taking over everything, but I mean, X-Men's like first on the list, right?
Yes, X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
I think Fantastic Four will probably come out in like the next 2 years.
Can we give that cast another shot, though?
That cast was
No.
fine.
No?
I like the cast.
Not-
Just
not-
the
no
writing,
going
the
to Miles
acting.
Teller.
minus Michael
They
B.
can't,
Jordan.
they can't on Michael Beasley.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Michael
so,
B.
well,
can't.
you could recast that, Johnny Storm, which they should. Because I understand what they were trying to go for, but it wasn't necessary. Michael B. Jordan's a great actor.
Right,
don't get me
right.
wrong. I love him and all of his movies he's been in, but that change was not
No?
necessary. I for me at least. I liked Kate Mara.
Love Kate Mara.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a great actress.
Easy on the
Big fan.
eyes, too.
And Kate Mara.
I even liked Billy Elliot as the Thing.
Yeah?
the kid that plays Billy Elliot. I don't remember his name.
James. I won't say Jamie Kennedy. That's not right.
Something Kennedy.
Ooh, slip in my mind.
Okay,
What's happening right now?
Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell. There it is.
Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell as the Thing. And,
You also feel like- I think if you went King Kong, I was like, okay, yeah.
oh yeah, he was in King Kong. No, Jimmy. No, Jimmy. Yeah, it's like,
Best performance, the Green Day's "Wake Me Up When September Ends" video.
Is he in
He's
this?
the main-
Oh, he's in there?
He is.
He's the main guy who goes
Oh.
to the army and leaves his
All right.
girlfriend behind.
The American
He
idiot.
wasn't even bad in Jumper. Actually, he was the only thing that kept me
Jumper.
in Jumper.
Damn.
Because Hayden Christensen fucking killed it for me. in
I
that
remember
movie.
they were planning it was coming out that weekend. Trilogy planned, Doug Liman was all in.
Samuel
on
L.
the-
Jackson was the villain in that too, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think he was the guy that tried killing the Jumper.
Oh yes, yeah.
yeah,
Sam
yeah,
Jackson.
yeah. God,
You could just say Sam Jackson was in that, right? And be like, I think
I
he
believe
was.
it.
Yeah,
I
probably.
believe it. Yeah. So lastly, I kind of want to get you guys' opinions, on my part at least. I know the Foo maybe have some questions. I want to get you guys' opinions on the Oscars.
Oh,
Since
boy.
you guys are huge cinephiles, obviously.
you guys ready for this?
So first opinion I want. How do you guys feel about them taking out the other categories?
Well, so it's now confirmed they're presenting
back.
all of them.
Oh, they are presenting them.
There was
now.
a list and all these Scorsese, Tarantino, Spike Lee, all these big directors basically signed a petition that were like,
You have to show.
Yeah.
you guys
shown,
are
yeah.
like, you probably won't get us presenting or showing up to your shows
Yeah,
like
basically,
ever
okay.
again.
Huge backlash when they said they're not going to present best cinematography.
Yeah, because
best
I mean,
hair, makeup, and stuff like that. It was huge backlash.
because those guys are the backbones
Yeah,
of most
sure.
of these
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
So it's like you got to give these guys. They work so goddamn hard, and they don't get any pictures of
No,
themselves.
exactly.
All they have is a credit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if they earn that award, you should present
It
that.
takes a lot
you
to
know?
make a movie, and we need to appreciate everybody who does their part.
Yeah,
not to
correct.
show some people on it. It's pretty whack.
Exactly. So I'm glad that they're bringing it back.
Bring it back.
That's
Yes.
great. That was a terrible idea. And honestly, the Oscars have been getting a lot of backlash too, especially with the whole Kevin Hart, trying to get Kevin
I
Hart.
think I'm going to fucking host now.
They can't. Who's hosting right
No
now?
one's
There's no
hosting.
host.
There's no
There is
host.
no
Oh, so
host.
they're just gonna have individual presenters
have
one at a time.
Basically,
Wow, this is gonna be interesting.
great.
Yeah.
No host.
Well,
I mean,
I heard Tina Fey and Amy Poehler will be coming out and
they're gonna have them do a bit.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, they're great as the
they
Golden
tried
Globes
to get
host.
Yeah.
them. They tried to get all the old hosts before,
But
like
you can
Billy
get
Crystal.
fucked up at
Billy-
the Golden Globes.
I mean, they tried to get
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
why.
Avengers to do the Oscars. Like, literally, they tried to cast the Avengers to do the,
To do the Oscars?
I didn't hear about that. That's
save
great.
the Oscars.
Yeah. Very well.
They couldn't even get the Justice League because
Yeah.
I'm sure they
I don't
were
know if they even
available.
asked the Justice League, to be honest. But
They're just like, nah, and the Justice League just patiently
Martha
waiting
wants
by
you to
their
do
phone.
it. Martha.
So I'm gonna give you guys some of the categories, and I kind of want to get your opinions on, the potential winners and losers. So first off, let's start off with Best Picture.
Yeah.
So the nominees for the Best Picture are the Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, which I'm not very familiar with, Roma, Green Book, starring Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen,
we go.
Star is Born, with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Vice, the Adam McKay movie with Christian Bale's ultimate transformation into the ultimate devil.
Penguin.
Yeah,
Inspired by the devil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, you know what? That would be dope if Christian Bale came back as the Penguin. I mean, obviously, you could see him as a fat guy. It would work.
Hey.
So again, Bohemian Rhapsody was produced by Graham King, has starred Rami Malek. So, out of these guys, who do you think is the clear-cut favorite, or your favorite at least?
So I've seen like 5.5 because I've seen the Star Is Born. I've seen the second remake of it. I haven't seen this iteration. All right, I haven't seen the
I don't
Bradley
appreciate
Cooper,
that comment.
Lady Gaga version just yet. So
I
I
appreciate
haven't
that.
seen Star Is Born. I haven't seen Vice. I've seen all the other ones.
Okay.
What is it? The Green Book?
I've seen Green Book.
Green Book.
I've seen-
How is that?
Green Book's good. I enjoy it. I don't think it's Best Picture winner.
Okay.
If I were to, there's a difference between what I want to win and what I think is going to win.
Okay, so first, who do you want to win?
If I were to pick a movie to want to win, I pick Black Klansman. Like,
Oh,
that movie,
okay, the Spike
that
Lee
movie
movie.
was bonkers good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
I agree.
If a movie I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Roma.
Yes.
Really? So you don't think Bohemian Rhapsody will make it?
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be,
No one needs
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if
No
Bo
one
Rap
needs
wins
that.
it. I mean, I wouldn't
That
be
is
surprised,
such a
but then
trap.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
I have
yeah.
seen
I
it.
have,
Such-
I have thoughts.
Cookie cutter.
Let's hear those
Very
thoughts.
much.
Well, because I know the history of Freddie Mercury, because I'm a big Queen fan, all that good stuff. I know when these things happened that happened in the movie. I know at what point in his life it happened in.
Yes.
So like they do all these time jumps, but they don't explain
Right.
that it's a time jump. So they expect
yeah.
you to just let it flow, and that makes his entire youth right before Queen starts blowing up a little bit. Just like zoom on by,
Right.
and you get slapped in the face with his youth, and then all of a sudden Queen. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, and I mean, don't get me
true.
wrong, the musical scenes were awesome. They were great.
Yes.
The choreography
I
was
wish
great.
I saw that, especially the Live Aid scene
Yeah.
at the end. I wish I saw that in theaters. Like that's a
No,
good
and
scene.
it looks like it would. I mean,
great.
the way I saw it, I saw it on a big screen TV, but it should be watched in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's so extravagant, it's great. I mean, if you put that scene up against the actual performance, Rami Malek did a great job.
Oh, yeah. Superb.
Trying to. How do I say this? Trying to channel his inner Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
He did a great job. But yeah, I understand your point with the time jumps because, I mean, again, I'm a huge Queen fan as well. And when I started singing, I'm like, I recognize that they were time jumps. But again, I didn't.
You don't see them really age. Like, there's not a
Right,
significant
right.
period of time where it's just like, well, his hair's slightly shorter. No, it was just
Yeah.
the consistency was, it bugged me. It really bugged me how quick they went through that first part of the movie.
And he wakes
Yeah.
up one day and it's just like, oh, we're Queen now.
Yeah.
Or
That's
even
how it goes.
when with his wife, when he finds out he's gay, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden the next scene he's got the short hair with the mustache, and he's with that dude, and it's just like, wait, hold on, there's a whole time period here we're missing here.
Right.
So yeah,
Are you guys upset also about like the liberties they took with their history? Like I don't think it was like completely.
Yeah, they
very
But I
much
mean, that's
dramatized
like
it.
dramatized for the movie.
Yeah.
right.
You know what? Funny fact about that movie. I believe it's the drummer. No, not the drummer. The bassist.
Basis.
The bassist.
Oh.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
He
Park,
was in Jurassic.
Social
He was
Network. Yeah,
Tim. He was Tim in Jurassic Park.
That's right.
Oh, he was in Social Network.
Yeah. The whole time I was watching the movie, I was like,
Breaking
"Where
the
the
glass.
fuck do I know this guy?"
Yeah.
I know this guy, and I finally like
He was one of the
Wikipedia'd
coders,
after.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I was like, Joe, what the hell?
Now, one thing that I
Oh.
loved about Queen or Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, was how much they subtly shit on the bassist.
Yes.
A lot.
They, like, and me being in a band and shitting on our bassist, I appreciated this shit out of it.
It's a real thing.
It's
a real
really
thing.
real.
That part is accurate then.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
accurate.
Good
So
to know.
like they're always shitting on him. Like for example, when the van breaks down,
Yeah.
he's the one changing the tire.
And all three of them are just standing
Yeah,
watching
they're
him
just
do it. Or he gets the smallest room in that
Yep.
country
he gets
house
the
he's staying
basement.
out. He gets the basement,
Gets the
and he has to
basement.
have his head bent the whole time.
Or when Freddie Mercury's like shitting on everybody in that room, he still doesn't know how to bag on them.
and he's just like, what was his name? Roger. And Roger, I just don't know what to say.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
like,
nothing comes
What
to
is-
mind.
What do you do again?
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that was a great movie. So I for me, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but
As a whole, it's just not that. I
One-
don't know, deep of.
One thing that I really enjoyed, and it was like 1 second of the movie.
Okay.
But if you guys know that whole Live Aid concert, like when he was doing the go,
Yeah.
you see the sound wave just like ricochet through the crowd, and then they redo that in the movie too, which I thought was dope. I caught it. I was just like, I was kind of waiting for it because like it happened in real life. You could look it up on YouTube. The Live Aid concert.
Was that an actual live audience, or was that computer generated to a certain point?
Computer generated to a certain point,
Okay.
where they just copied everybody.
Yeah.
Like the first, like probably like 500 people there, and then after
probably
that,
had
multiplied
a
it
few
by
rows.
Whoever's in charge of the effects.
500.
If
Bravo,
anybody needs to
bravo,
win that one,
bravo,
it's him.
yeah.
And who was in charge of Rami Malek's teeth in that movie?
Yeah, for real.
Jesus Christ. I'm in dentistry.
Oh,
okay.
oh, yeah, okay.
So, first of all, the
Good
first thing I
point.
look
Personal
at
vendetta
the
against it.
teeth already. They're gigantic. They're so distracting. It is so distracting.
Well,
The
I'll
first-
tell you, I was
15
watching the
movie.
extra features and the special features. They said that they actually made a replica of Freddie Mercury's
Actual teeth.
and it was too big.
It was too big.
So they had to bring it down a
They
little
said he had
bit?
like extra incisors. I was like, what? This guy has like
Yeah, that's why if you look
that's
at
why
the
he can sing so well.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
it's opened it up.
so distracting for me. It did not work. For me. It was
Ultimately,
almost
the
comical.
movie probably won't win anything,
No.
especially with the Bryan Singer backlash.
Yes.
Oh, true,
You know,
true.
uh,
That's a
good
good
point.
point.
The movie probably just will sit in nothingness now.
Good point. All right, well then let's go on to the best directors. So you have Alfonso Cuarón
Jeez.
for Roma,
Yes.
Roma.
Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite, Spike Lee for Black Klansman, Adam McKay for Vice, and Paul Pawlikowski
Cold War.
for Cold War.
Yeah.
So
Hey, we're missing somebody on that list, are we?
Jesus.
Are we?
Jesus.
Did they mess up somehow?
He looks like Jesus. Bradley Cooper
that's
directed A Star Is Born effortlessly as his first directorial debut. Okay, so to answer the previous question, my favorite movie of last year was A Star Is Born.
Okay.
Regardless of it being the fourth remake or whatever, it's phenomenally made.
Yeah.
It conveys all the emotions that it's going for. And this was a movie that, like, when the trailers were coming out, it was like memeified, and I was like, this looks not good. And it was a great movie, and I really feel strongly about the Academy shutting out Bradley for this one.
Do you believe any of that shit?
I do.
So, out of this selection, then, who do you think they'll probably just hand it to?
Cuarón.
They'll probably give it to Cuarón,
Cuarón.
but
I also really like Klansman.
I think they might give it to Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did to Scorsese for The
Okay.
Departed.
It's just
where
about damn time.
it's
that
it's
they
about
get
damn
one.
time.
Yeah, like Scorsese probably
Yeah.
didn't deserve it for The Departed, but they kind of fucked up. They fucked him over the past 3 or 4 times he was
Yeah.
nominated. Yeah. So this might be like, hey Spike Lee, we're sorry we screwed you for the past couple of years. So here's your win.
Yeah, you do.
Klansman was my
But
that's my
Klansman
second
is-
favorite of
Klansman
last
is
year.
Still very good.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not a bad pick if they were to go that way
No,
because
not at all.
it holds its own.
It's
it holds
legitimate.
It has its own merit.
Good,
So
yeah, great movie, but I think ultimately Cuarón will win it for Roma.
yeah, I'm not familiar with Roma.
So it's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a Netflix movie. It's a big. If Roma takes the win, huge win for Netflix.
Oh.
Netflix will come back with 2
Oh,
Oscars.
damn.
for Best
They
Picture,
put
Best
it out in
Director.
theaters just so they put it out in theaters like for like a week or like just
a couple of weeks.
So they can
couple
say
weeks,
they
like,
did.
limited.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
make
that's
it
how
eligible.
That's how they get eligible to be actually like in the best picture
Oh,
race.
got you.
If anything, it's probably just gonna be like an
So
Emmy
it's
or
good.
something.
It's about a 2-hour movie. It's in black and white.
It's beautifully shot, but story wise, like it's fine.
Oh, stop it! It's great.
he's
great.
just hating
It's
because
about,
they're probably
it's
not going
about
to pick
Alfonso
stars.
Cuarón's actual life growing up in Mexico during Mexico's like civil unrest during the protests and riots.
Oh.
Him and his life, and it's about a maid. Who,
Uh-huh.
and he had a maid when he was a kid. He actually grew up in Mexico, kind of upper class, so it's a different perspective of Mexico in that version of it.
Oh, crazy!
And I heard the actress, she's like the first ever indigenous
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah,
to play like one of the lead roles.
I don't know her last. It's like Yalitza something.
Yeah.
She's great in it too. Kind of surprising to see her nominated because she wasn't really nominated in any other big award ceremonies until now.
And that's actually a great segue because I was going to go into Best Actress.
Yeah.
So her name is Yalitza Aparicio.
Yeah,
Okay.
That sounds
from
about right.
that's
Roma.
good. That's good.
Spanish, man.
There
4
you
years. Also, Glenn Close for The Wife.
I'm
Olivia,
just pissed you didn't win for 101 Dalmatians.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think Cruella
Performance of
DeVille,
the
you're thinking,
decade.
you see, I called her Cruella DeVille.
yeah,
Yeah.
In my head, she's Cruella.
Yeah,
She's
when you
not
think of
Glenn
Glenn
She will
Close,
never not be
Cruella.
for
Yeah,
me.
that was
Not for this podcast,
That was
yeah.
terrifying as a kid watching that. Like
Dude, Cruella DeVille
those poor
and
puppies.
what's her face in the fucking Fatal Attraction?
Yeah.
Oh,
She is
yeah.
quite the villain.
Cruella DeVille
Yes.
is probably the worst Disney villain of all time. I mean,
Yeah.
she actually wants to murder puppies. Who in their right mind wants to murder a puppy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're thinking like Hades is not even real,
That's
and
true.
Jafar is just some like mean guy who wants to be sultan,
and just pervy and wants to hit on this underage princess.
and Cruella DeVille wants to kill puppies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, actually,
She's up
yeah.
there with Frollo from Hunchback, where they're just terrible people in general.
Nice.
Oh yeah, actually, Frollo's actually a pretty much
Put her in a
just
John
douchebag.
Wick movie. And
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, there you go.
It would work. It would work.
Next is Olivia Colman, the favorite. Lady Gaga, Star is Born, and Melissa McCarthy in Can You Ever Forgive Me?
I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw the trailers for that, and it actually looked really
I've heard good
interesting.
things.
Where she made fake stories.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of that, this is one of the categories which kind of gets kind of crazy because you have Glenn Close for The Wife, where
Yeah.
The Wife doesn't really have any nominations going on.
Okay.
You have Can You Forgive Me, which only has a nomination for this one, and I think
Right.
Best Supporting Actor or Best Actor. They may have another nominee. People want to say Lady Gaga's going to win it, but
I don't think she's going to win it. I think this is the,
This is the Glenn Close
similar
year.
to what he was saying about the Spike Lee thing. It's like a kind of like this is like Glenn Close's like last shot or something.
Yeah.
That like we're just going to give it to her. I mean, they had them tie it. What was it? The Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, they tied.
Oh.
Her and Lady
Lady
Gaga,
Gaga tied.
for Best Actress.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Glenn Close took the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
But it looks like Glenn Close will probably win it. As kind of like Ren said, I mean, she's supposed to be amazing in it. To be fair,
You've seen The Favorite. Make a little. Is there
I have
any
seen The
case
Favorite.
for?
Olivia Colman,
Yeah.
The Favorite.
Any case for her?
Yeah, she's fine. I mean, she's not.
There you go.
It's not it's not a
She's fine.
overwhelming.
I wasn't
performance.
like, whoa, this is Best Actress material.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
She's fine.
Okay, I mean it makes sense that Glenn Close would probably get it,
He'll
get the
probably give it
nod, So
I've heard it's just fine. Yeah, I've heard it's just fine. It's just like, yeah, this is it. This is for Glenn Close.
So lastly, I'll finish off with Best Actor. I know there's obviously other, categories we can get on. I'll post this on Facebook, so if you guys want to jump in and get the conversation started
yeah.
on your
We will.
picks, by all means join in. So Best Actors are Christian Bale, Vice, Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born,
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe, at
Eternity's
Eternity's
Gate.
Gate. I'm not familiar with that.
The
movie.
Joker we never got.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
What's it so?
Turner's Gate's a movie about Leonardo da Vinci, and
Oh.
I think Willem Dafoe plays Leonardo da Vinci.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Next is Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, and then Viggo Mortensen for Green Book.
Jeez.
Boy, I think they're gonna give it to Bradley Cooper,
Do you think so? I feel like they're gonna give it to Rami
but
Malek.
I would also be fine with them giving it to Rami Malek. I think if there's one redeeming factor about Bohemian Rhapsody, it is his performance.
His performance
Yeah,
as
he was-
as Freddie
he was
Mercury.
really
I think
good.
for me
Very
that movie,
convincing.
I think like script wise, it just I feel like they didn't give him as deep scenes as they could have. That like they didn't give him like a super scene to like really shine in.
Maybe they'll have an extended version.
like Batman vs Superman,
Yeah.
There we go.
3-hour version. No, I get what you mean because
I hope they give it to Bradley Cooper. He
There
was
there
fucking
a moment
fantastic in that. He has,
in the rain, right, where Rami Malek's like,
where he finally
Talking to his-
realizes
I
I
think
that
that's
he
the
needs-
closest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually his best moment because even the scenes when it was with his wife, you wanted to, feel it, but you could still feel that they were cutting his short. That it was always everyone else's reactions with him rather than his actual feelings and who Freddie Mercury was. I think one of the better ones actually was where he met his life partner, I think David, the one.
David?
When he was a
David,
waiter.
something like that, yeah.
He was a waiter at one of
Oh,
his
that guy.
parties.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
think
that was a good scene.
That was his best scene because that
That was the best
showed
scene,
that
yeah, yeah.
Freddie Mercury was actually longing for something different, but he was still lost, and you could tell that it showed the inner turmoil that was going on in Freddie's actual life, rather than him just wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's a toss up between Rami and Bradley on that category.
yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I agree
between
with
them
that.
two.
I think it'd probably be Bradley because Rami got the Golden Globe, and a lot of people were upset that Bradley did not get.
Yeah.
The director.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. I have no idea anymore with like how the Oscars are going because like these different awards that's like supposed to kind of tell us like where they're headed in certain directions. Like you guys were telling me like Bradley might. Like I feel like the Oscars still are kind of swaying to.
They always go a different direction. I mean, there was that one year that what's her name, Miss Captain Marvel right now. Brie Larson, where she won for The Room. Everyone thought it was going to go to someone else. Everyone thought it was going to go to Jennifer Lawrence for I don't remember.
That Silver Linings, or American Hustle.
I think it was for American Hustle.
American Hustle.
And everyone
American
thought
Hustle got nominated for a lot of
Silver
shit.
Linings.
She won for Silver Linings.
Oh, gotcha,
That's the
gotcha.
one where her both and Bradley Cooper won for Silver Linings.
Did Bradley
I don't
win?
think B. Coop didn't win.
No, he was
Coop.
nominated though.
B. Coop didn't
I
win.
like that.
He was nominated though, I believe. But that was the year that Brie Larson won. But everyone thought Jennifer Lawrence was going to win, and then they just totally flipped the script on us. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like the Oscars, is because they always try to go off the book. You know,
It could go totally off the cuff, and we'll get something totally different.
But I think that's the Oscars though. Somebody's always going to be upset about their decisions.
always.
Yeah, you can't please everybody.
like how you were with what's called the No Country for Old Men.
Oh, yeah.
There Will Be Blood. Just so upsetting.
Paul Thomas Anderson, man.
Dude.
Masterpiece.
I mean,
Masterpiece.
it's fine.
It should have won,
Perfectly
damn it.
fine.
They just gave it to the Coen brothers because it was the Coen brothers.
Dude, No
All
Country's
it
so
was.
badass. I fucking love that movie.
I rewatched it the other day and it still holds up. It's so
Good
awesome.
movie. It is a good movie.
I will give There Will Be Blood a chance.
Do it again.
One more chance.
I
It
think
is so worth it.
28-year-old Ren will appreciate it a lot
More than 17?
Yeah, more than 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the problem was? Okay, I think the first time I saw There Will Be Blood was at a Vegas hotel, and the Vegas hotels have the smallest TVs of all time.
Yeah.
So
They still have the boob tube TVs in some
Yeah,
Vegas
yeah, yeah.
hotels.
Yeah.
It's just like, no.
yeah, this is at
That's the-
State Line
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's that bubble.
Yeah.
You
You're
definitely
asking
need to
for it, dude.
rewatch that movie.
Not in the right state of mind to watch that.
No?
movie.
Not at all. Not at all. Foo, you got anything to jump in?
I just wanted to see what your guys' criteria was for rating movies. What do you use as a basis? Because
man.
there are movies that come out and they're time and they're shit.
Sure. Okay.
And then like you guys alluded to, once you watch it again, you're like, oh wow, this is a good movie.
Like Hot Rod, for instance. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of people
right.
were very much, like Josie over here, watch it once, just not for it. But like how we are, watch it over and over again. It's fucking hilarious. Like how do you guys determine which ones are the unlucky ones?
Oh, I see. That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, really, when we look at a movie, sometimes I'll text Ren and be like, "Hey, you remember this movie?" He's like,
It'll just-
"Oh shit, I totally forgot that movie existed."
When Joey texted me that, and I'm already half in. If it's something legitimately I forgot, we did Vanilla Sky, which is
Yeah,
such
see, when you get a reaction like that, it's like, oh,
yeah, which is such a
Somebody made that movie.
someone made that movie with the biggest stars.
Yeah.
It's such a fascinating movie. So I'm already half in when he
Penelope
texts me
Cruz,
that.
dude.
Penelope
Yeah.
Cruz.
Penelope Cruz. Oh, best.
Abre los
All
ojos.
right, man.
Oh,
Easy
sorry.
boy.
Hold on, table's lifting up over here.
oh, wow. Thought I noticed.
But it could be just as simple as us going through whatever HBO or Netflix has, and we just kind of run through
What
movies,
other
and it
new
just-
movies come up?
It just gets our brain going. It's very random. There's a lot of 1 a.m. text messages between what do you think of this movie? That movie.
And sometimes someone will mention a movie to me, just recently, actually this week, it was the 20-year anniversary of Office Space.
Yes.
Oh my
Big
God,
man,
Office
man,
Space.
I love Office Space.
Didn't make that much
Great
money,
movie.
so yeah.
Fucking
I
amazing.
jump on the Wikipedia, like, all right, budget about $10 million, box office $12 million.
Mike
That's
Judge,
a definite
man.
unlucky one.
Mike
What
Judge.
happened? What
If it-
I guess
happened?
I guess that answers that. Is that I think for me first I looked at all the movies I want to do, all my favorite movies, and it's
Can we spin this?
can we
Is
spin?
unlucky?
What way can we spin this? Did it not win the Oscar that year? Did it flop at the box office?
What did it go up against? Things
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Okay.
Or
yeah, I like
in the
that.
case of the Rotten Tomatoes thing, is this what's this critically panned movie that actually is pretty awesome? Which kind of happens a lot with comedies.
Yeah.
Critics hate comedies
Yeah.
for some reason, unless it's directed by or produced by Judd
Judd
Apatow or
I,
something.
I think it's because how they grade comedies, they grade it to a T. How they would grade any type of cinematic movie, and I think that's where they make the mistake. It's like, dude, you got to go into this. It's
Yeah,
a fucking
exactly.
comedy.
I want to ask
Comedy's
them at the end of it,
harder.
were you laughing at the end?
Yeah, it's like, were you laughing at any point during this movie? It's like
Comedy's way harder to do too.
Yes.
Yeah,
To be able to hit
Yes.
beats like that and get people to laugh, it's totally much
I've seen
harder
that
to
Inside
do.
the Actor Studio. I forgot who it was. It might have been
James Lipton.
Robin Williams or something.
Oh,
Where
okay.
he's someone who's like done both drama and like comedy is harder.
Comedy's
It is
hard.
harder.
It's hard to
Very
make people
much.
laugh.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, you can say the one thing and it turns people away.
Yeah, or someone will laugh and someone won't.
Yeah.
You know? Someone will call it a
Right.
piece of shit, someone will not.
One movie I think you guys should probably visit. And I'll give you guys a recommendation.
Recommendations.
Is
Ready.
The Other Guys.
Oh,
With Mark Wahlberg.
He just texted me that maybe 2 days ago.
There you go.
okay.
I was trying to figure out like a Will Ferrell movie to do, and
That by far is one of the most underrated Will Ferrell movies because he
one.
plays the straight man.
Yeah.
It's like how the hell can Will Ferrell pull off playing the straight man? And it's Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, in the
being
realm of those two actors now, I think they're like more well known for like Daddy's Home.
Yeah.
yeah,
as well.
and that's why I don't want them to be known for that.
Exactly.
Be known for The Other Guys. That was like
The Other Guys
is great.
That was the best. Michael Keaton busting out some Scrubs lyrics just
Wow.
randomly throughout the movie. Oh, you guys definitely should
Are
jump.
you in our group text message?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I will give you guys
That's kinda
recommendations up
weird.
the
It was like, maybe we
wazoo,
should
man.
do semi-pro, and I was like, I don't know if I remember liking that much.
Semi-pro.
Is it?
Semi-Pro is underrated and it bombed.
It
at box
bombed
office.
hard, but it was
Hard.
Both will be under review.
Let's get
for sure.
tropical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie
Fighting
Moon.
if Jackie
Jackie Moon.
fighting the lion in the middle of the ring.
What's the name of the song? Like "Love Me Something."
You gotta love me sweetly.
There you
There we go.
Oh, love me softly.
Love Me
loved
Softly.
Yeah, And then there, I think didn't one of the players? He was just like, "Man, how you gonna love you any differently?" He's like, "I'm not gonna love you too hard."
Is that
like
the
it's a stupid
Andre
song.
3000?
Yeah, Andre Benjamin. He's
Andre
just
Benjamin.
like, he's just like,
AKA
that's
Andre
a
Benjamin.
dumb song. I'm gonna say it right out, and he just you just see freaking Will Ferrell's face go all stone cold. Like, I'm gonna imagine you didn't say that.
Sounds like we're doing semi-pro soon.
Yeah,
A couple more years, other guys. Episode 200.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
Ambitious.
Worth it.
Love it.
Yes.
Worth it. So I'm gonna finish off with just one little thing.
Been trying to finish up for a while.
I've been
now.
trying,
Damn,
man. But
that's what
this is
she
just
said.
it's just good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blue balling here a little, man. I gotta ramp up a little.
Now he wants to finish off.
I want to finish off now.
All right.
Strong.
All right.
I have one comment to make about one of your episodes, and
Oh,
it
gosh.
was the
Here we
Temple
go.
of Doom episode.
Ooh,
Yes.
Black Sheep.
Honestly, I don't agree with it being one of the best. I know the Foo over here believes it to be one of the best.
Oh yeah, Temple of Doom.
I don't. I
Love Temple of Doom.
Between the Indiana Jones movies?
I mean, how
Or
I ranked
just-
it, between the Indiana Jones movies, how I rank it.
I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Obviously, for
Okay.
me, Raiders is
Better.
number
Raiders.
one. For me, it's Raiders, and then it's Last Crusade, then it's Temple of Doom, and then obviously Crystal Skull. should
Which is
just
the
be
popular
stepping
ranking,
above.
I
Right.
think, for a lot of people. I think that's why we chose it to be our episode of the time. Perfect. I think Temple of Doom is one of those movies where if you grow up with it and you liked it a lot as a kid, you're gonna like it more as an adult. I don't dislike Last Crusade by any means.
So the knock on Last Crusade is like Lucas, I guess, and Spielberg were just like so unhappy with kind of, I guess, the little backlash from like how dark Temple of Doom has. And like Last Crusade's pretty much just like a rehash of
Raiders.
Raiders.
That's all-
beat for beat.
God,
It's like
no, I hated that.
with just his dad thrown in.
Exactly,
Pretty much. Just
exactly.
thrown in
I
Sean-
love
Sean
Last
Connery.
Crusade, but like yeah, it's a
No.
rehash.
And you get some really cool scenes at the end of Last Crusade when they're doing that whole
The Holy Grail when he's doing the
traversing thing,
trials.
the trials, the Holy
Yeah.
Grail. Fun stuff, but Temple of Doom is so different. You get some dark child
Yeah,
slave
that-
labor, fucking like people getting their hearts ripped out,
Yeah.
and just insane stuff. I mean, it's something that you don't really expect out of an Indiana Jones.
By the way, during the banquet scene, they are talking about the local tribe that's going to give them issues
Yeah.
while they're searching for the temple.
Yeah.
No
Because
one-
you guys
no
said
one knows
that.
that.
You did,
Yeah.
Because everybody's so focused on the fact that
Everyone's like, holy
that-
shit, a bunch of tiny snakes.
Yeah, Willie's eating monkey brains, and off on the
That's
side,
wild, man.
Indy's talking about some culture, and I'm like, there's monkey brains on the table. I'm not paying attention.
It's
to
so
anything.
distracting.
So distracting.
Honestly, if they had maybe if they did this series, Indiana Jones, maybe like in this era, Temple of Doom would probably be seen
Yeah.
as the better of them because
for sure.
because a lot of people
But
do
it is,
like
though.
everything to be
Who knows what he's talking about?
Let's agree to disagree here.
I don't agree with that.
Which one's your favorite then?
Mine?
Yeah.
I told you, Last Crusade.
Last Crusade's your favorite?
I liked Last Crusade.
Douche.
I watched
For
that
like
a
a
lot.
little bit, Last
Is it just
Crusade
because
was
of
my
the
favorite.
beginning where you get that origin story for Indy?
That River
That-
Phoenix, dude.
That River
So
Phoenix,
good.
that River Phoenix part, I loved, and then I loved the part after they get, when they're in the Nazi castle. That's where I loved the where he goes to Venice. I could have done without that part, especially with that chick. But those I liked a lot. Especially the comedy and the way him and Sean Connery meshed their chemistry,
It's pretty
I
good.
liked it.
Yeah.
That's really what made it for me. I mean, the story again, I see where you guys are going with.
Rehash.
It's a rehash.
I flip flop now between. So it's Raiders is my favorite, and then Temple and Last Crusade kind of switch from time to time. But I guess it's like 2A, 2B for me.
And I say Last Crusade's my favorite just because of that chemistry, but I think Raiders is the best.
Yeah.
It's
Of
not my
course.
favorite, but I think Raiders is the best.
Same here.
But Last Crusade's my favorite just because I liked all Sean Connery and
But
come
it
on,
sounds
man.
like we can all agree that Kingdom Crystal Skull
is
just
shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it should just be
Yeah.
at the toilet
It's
bottom
terrible.
of
It's
the
It's
toilet.
not even
bowl.
worth watching after like 30 minutes.
I watched
That's
it
what I
once
said
and I
was
was
like
good.
the first 30 minutes before Shia comes in. They do copy the same things like the old indie movies, which is fine. Like I can just go for
That's
that.
an indie movie. Exactly.
That's it. And then there's the Easter eggs of like during the chase scene of like the Ark of the Covenant's like in this. Like I was all in on.
Yeah,
that.
in this warehouse
In this
where they're all of a
warehouse.
sudden
We're finally
like,
in
break-
the warehouse,
Yeah.
and then they try so hard to like write in Shia in the movie. And it's weird because it's like Steven Spielberg hasn't been like directing like teenagers and like
You
young
could-
actors for like 40 years. They just forgot how.
You could call that it was going to be his son. I mean,
Yes.
If you would have, I would have called you a moron if you said that. I didn't think it was going to be his son. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out now.
movie's bad.
Yeah. So as long as we can agree, and that Crystal Skull should just be erased from
Yeah,
existence.
just pretend it didn't happen.
Yes, exactly. Well, Josie, I know you've been waiting ever so patiently over there.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Jeez. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, I'm Josh.
And the Foo here tagging along.
Be sure to catch us on Fubar Sports.
Listen in now on Tuesdays.
Catch us on any major podcast app or our own website, FubarShow.com. You can also find us on our Facebook group, Fubar Sports.
Join in on the conversation, sports talk, latest rumors, and sports news.
Boobity doobity.
All right, and we're back. So, you guys want to talk about some weed?
Yes, please.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Well, today, in the spirit of having Joe and Ren in for today, I pulled this one up on Ranker. So I wanted to talk about the 10 best weed-related movies, and I wanted you guys to see if you can guess, which ones would fall into that 10. Now, don't look at my screen, you fucks. So,
I'm not looking if you're not looking.
I'm not looking.
Perfect.
all right. So we'll go around the table. Our guests could go first. So go ahead, man.
You want me to do all 10?
No.
Name one,
You just
name
go
one.
first.
Okay,
Pick one, pick one.
let's go Half Baked.
Half
favorite.
baked. Half
wow,
baked
that's a good one.
is number 1.
No
Hey, number one in my heart.
Damn.
Wow.
All right.
I know what number
literally
2 is,
can't
but
do
go
better
ahead.
than that. So I'm going to just throw out one I like a lot. Let's do Friday.
Friday is number 6.
All right, I'm on the list.
All
I'm on
right.
the
There
list.
you go. Foo.
What?
Do you have the list up on your phone?
Yeah.
Put it away.
All right, guess.
One that I think they made a sequel to it, which I wasn't a fan of, but Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, number
Yes.
5.
All right. Hey, we're doing
That was
pretty
a
good.
memorable one with the fucking,
The
God
cheetah,
damn.
where they're riding the cheetah.
Yeah, that was so stupid, dude.
Part 3 in 3D.
Oh,
I paid
yeah.
the extra $3 for that one.
Oh, wow.
Bless your heart, dude.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah,
isn't it
yeah.
in 3D anyways if you're high? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't
much.
high. I guess I should have gone high and gone the extra, I guess 4D.
It would have
in
been
that
40
sense.
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me see here. Best stoner movie.
Come on, man.
I guess I'll go with The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Ooh, that is a stoner movie.
Technically, it
Yeah,
is.
that technically is.
It is a stoner movie, but unfortunately,
No.
it's number 9.
Oh!
Fake me out. Woohoo.
Fake me out, too.
Bottom up.
We're about to kick Josh out of the room. Like,
Oh, goddamn.
get out of here.
No.
All
I
right,
made it on the board.
you're up next.
Pineapple Express.
Oh,
Pineapple
oh,
Express.
For the
that's a
softball
great
pitch.
one.
Yeah, easy, man.
That's number 4.
Yeah.
I was hoping for number 2, man. Jeez.
Ooh, wow. Me for number...
Still missing some good ones.
Maybe number 2. Let's go Dazed and Confused.
Number 2.
There we go.
That was a great movie,
Yeah.
too.
Feeling it.
Yeah, you got
You know
some
what?
weed? No, it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
No, I like my high school chicks. I get older, they stay the same age.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You didn't have to do that.
Sure did. Foo?
Oh, that movie with Seth Rogen, Knocked Up.
That was a weed movie.
That was a weed movie because
Are you
remember
counting all
they
the Seth
had-
Rogen movies?
They had the
That's my next guess.
they had the earthquake and the cops came and he was like
Yes.
shit and he like
Oh,
broke his
you're
bong.
thinking of.
No, that's not.
No,
That's
it's knocked up.
That's knocked
Oh, I
up.
thought you were
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else. Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
when
that.
they like give all each everyone gives each other pink eye.
Yes.
It's knocked up.
Sorry, Foo, it's not in the top 10. I will say, though, it is on the list. It's number 23.
Oh, all right, all right.
Oh, okay.
You're adjacent. You're list adjacent.
This is not an exclusive Stone.
I will be going with. Holy shit! I had the movie in my head and I lost it. Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Number
Nice.
10.
There
Nice.
we go. On the
Snoochie
list.
Doochie.
Isn't that the,
Snoochie
the
Boochies.
introduction of Chronic and what's his nose?
Chronic and Buttman.
And Bluntman.
No,
they
no,
made
no,
a-
Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Chasing
where they
Amy
came
was
out.
where they
Comic,
came out.
yeah,
Yeah. Ben Affleck was in that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. When he still had crooked teeth.
Yes, yes, and a
This is,
goatee.
this is an observation I haven't made. I'm impressed.
All right, Ren.
Pre-G.
Still got a few on the list here.
Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke.
damn.
Number 3.
Wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, I
Boo,
was
you
going to
should've
say a
got that.
Cheech and Chong movie, but
Up in Smoke, man. It's a good one.
boy. Whew. What about the other movie with Seth Rogen and Jay Michelle, where the world's ending?
No.
World's End.
Is that what it's called?
This is the end.
This is the end.
This is the end.
It's not in the
Damn.
top.
Yeah, but that's a stoner movie.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Technically, it's not anywhere on the
But
list.
not the top 10.
Ah, okay, not top 10. Okay. Damn it. Foo?
What position are we missing?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like-
So I'll recap. So number 1, we got Half Baked. Number 2, Dazed and Confused. Number 3, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Number 4, Pineapple Express. Number 5, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. We still need number 6, 7, 8. We got number 9 as The Big Lebowski, and 10, Jay and Silent Bob
Damn,
Strike
that
Oh,
many
wait,
movies.
I said Friday, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
said Friday.
Friday was number 6. So
Oh,
we're
okay. So
so
we
we're
need
missing
7,
7 and 8.
So 2 more. So Foo?
Next Friday.
That one's on the list, but it's like way down there.
Oh, okay.
That's number 22.
That was actually real. I thought that was close to beating Friday out because that was like.
Are we missing like obvious ones? Like he's like,
One of them,
Yeah, because I feel like we hit the
Yeah,
obvious
yeah.
ones.
one,
guess.
one of them is
Some
one
hints.
of my favorite movies that again might have gone overlooked, and I would totally hype
I
up.
know what you're talking about.
I would totally
You're-
hype
you're
this
up.
one up for you guys to talk about it on a podcast.
I got one. I got one.
So who's next?
Oh, it's,
Foo.
I'm next, right?
Foo, yeah.
Super High Me?
It's on the list, but it's not it's not in the 10.
Documentary.
Oh yeah, it's a
right?
documentary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not technically it. Yeah.
I mean,
But it's a movie, right? Well, what the
it's a
fuck?
film.
there was a camera involved.
Damn, I thought I got that.
Damn. Oh damn.
That's a good one though.
There's
I
2
gotta
left.
guess.
So
I gotta
two.
guess.
So we got 2 left. So it's down to me and Ren here. So that way Joe and the Foo.
Yeah, I think at this
Cancel that.
point we're gonna do if
Last round.
If you last round after Josh. We'll just once we start with Ren again, the first one who doesn't get it, you're out,
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, damn. The stakes have never been higher.
and then I'll just reveal them. Otherwise, we're gonna be here all night.
No shit. Scary Movie 2. No.
Oh,
Damn
Is
it.
Grandma's Boy on that list?
Grandma's Boy
Yeah!
is number 7, and that's the
Damn
movie
it.
I'm talking about.
Damn it. That was a
Grandma's Boy.
great movie where they smoke out with the
son
chimp.
of a gun.
I'm terrible at
The
like, the list
grandma
that we do
uses
on our
the
like,
bong.
podcast, by the way. I don't know what's happening right now.
It's Ray Romano's mom too
Wow.
that gets super faded.
Oh,
damn
they
it.
use the
Rest in
Damn
peace.
bongs
it.
for the
Damn you, Ren,
bases.
for getting that one. Yeah. Oh,
That's a good
All
one.
right,
a
so we're
good
just
one.
missing number 8 now.
All right, last one, Joe.
I'm going to say Sicario. They deal with the Mexican drug cartel. There's a lot
That's what box office mode
lot
is.
of weed shooting there.
No.
No, damn, I'm
So you're
out.
out. You're out, Joe.
Foo.
Dude, I honestly can't think of one besides another Cheech and Chong movie.
All right. Well, you're out.
Damn.
Josh.
Oh, damn it.
And then I'll reveal it right here, which would make pretty much Ren the winner, I think.
You did the last one right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Friday after next.
Shut up, dude. Can I get hints? Since I'm the last.
Hey,
Whoa.
No, no,
Last
no.
round?
Whoa.
Damn it.
Obscure hint.
Well, hey, man, a guy could try, can he? I'm out, man. I don't know.
Super Troopers, number 8.
Son of a
Nice.
God.
Yeah.
I was
Flip
gonna guess
that goddamn table.
Fear and Loathing, but it's
Oh, yeah. It's Fear and Loathing on
Like a darker.
Well, the thing is,
comedy.
these weed movies, mostly by and large, are comedies.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that in the spirit of the list, you
Troopers.
kind of had to put your
Yeah.
your thought process
Fear
in that
and
one.
Loathing might be like top 5 on the acid
Yeah.
trip list.
Honestly, like my whole thought process was okay. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it was Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
yeah.
Seth Rogen. Jeff Bridges. Yeah, like Ice Cube. Like that's all I went.
Yeah, dude. So those are the best 10 according to Ranker that relate to weed. So
Smoke weed every day.
Will do.
don't you forget.
Will
don't
do.
you forget. All right, well, let's get on with the music highlights, shall we? Well, yesterday I was over in Oceanside. The Fallen Electric played a show over at Midnight Jack's in Oceanside, California. And
What are you now?
yeah, man. And we met these really cool guys from these two bands. After we were done playing our show, I just went up to them. I was like, hey, dude, I have a podcast. You guys play awesome music. Can I feature one of the songs, of your choice? So this first band that I wanted to feature was a band called The Heroine. They just came out with this single last year. It's
Are they
called
addicting? I'm sorry for going.
Someone get a muzzle.
Someone Get a Muzzle.
I had two beers, too much apparently.
So this is one of their latest singles that they said that they just came out with. It's they played it last night. It sounded better live, but it sounds awesome on their recording. So check it out. This one's called Highway 16.
Can I get a witness? Let's go, baby. When I was young, I was alive. I was living life fast, just trying to survive. Small town kid in need of love. I was living out honky tonks, bars, and clubs. That's when that little mama, she come along and she rescued me, baby. Come girl, come set me free. Can I get someone to raise their hand real quick? I gotta say something. She was the fastest thing that I
What was the name of that band again?
The Heroine.
More like the cocaine, because goddamn, that was a rush.
Yeah, dude. So these guys look like they're on it. No, I'm just kidding. No, these are great guys too. Really nice guys. In fact, they just played the Viper Room the day before. They were coming through. They're on their way to Seattle. In fact, I'm sorry.
So a real band.
Today they actually had to. They had to cancel their show today, unfortunately, because a particular town in Arizona is frozen or something like that.
Oh shit!
So like, fuck that, we're not going there. But I understand they're going up to Seattle and then they're gonna make their way back down. They're gonna be back out this way in like June or July. I'd very much like to have them on the show.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Bunch of cool guys, dude. Really nice to talk to and very humble. They're from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
so that's where you
damn.
get that kind of like southern metal feel to them.
Kind of reminds me of like Van Halen with
Van Halen,
David Lee Roth, like Van Halen
with Motorhead.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
I was trying to think. I was like, was it Judas Priest? Okay, Motorhead.
Motorhead's yeah.
Sounds like they could be on a Tony Hawk soundtrack, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Can we get in our Tony Hawk game?
I can, dude, don't even get me started right now.
That's something like a big twist to that song. For sure.
This next song that I brought in here was another band that, the Heroine played before us.
Okay.
So we were the middle of the whole event. And
Okay, so
then-
we can gloss over you guys. Next,
we're not playing us.
Thank God.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just kidding.
Are we
But
though?
the closers, the reason everybody was there was because these guys called Guys on a Bus was playing that venue.
I'd watch them.
Was it you guys, Foo?
No.
Oh.
And it's funny because when the event was introduced to me, they're just like, "You want to play with Guys on a Bus from Missouri?" And I was just like, "Yeah, what's the name of the band?" Guys on a Bus. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, a little punctuation goes a long way when people text you.
Come on,
that
man!
kind
You
of
gotta
shit,
you gotta do an Abbott and Costello bit when that happens.
I did. I really kept trying to keep it going, but fucking, they didn't catch on.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, this one is very not metal. It is not metal. It's very chilled out. And matter of fact, I'd say we were like a nice middle segue from the Heroine to these guys because we're not exactly very heavy. We're not very light either. But Guys on a Bus, very nice. Very much alternative indie kind of rock. A very steady, chill pace. Very good harmonies to them. This is off of their album called Love Brings Out the Worst in Us. And this song is called Bella. Good sound to them live, especially because
that was great.
Their whole set was very much like this and more, man. Like these guys put on a really good show. These fucking like 4 kids from Missouri, dude.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
that's,
and two of them
amazing.
are brothers. The guy on keyboard and the guitarist are brothers. You can tell they're the ones who are the writers, and then everybody else gets in on the harmonies, dude. It's a really good jam. So I suggest everybody go check out Guys on a Bus.
I could really see myself walking down a Target aisle, hopping around to this song. Yeah, totally.
Oh, totally.
Hopping?
Hopping around. Hell yeah. I'll be hopping while throwing away all my money.
And this next one is not a band that we played with, but I did want to feature it for today because I remember this song from back in 2009. It's a song that never really got the love that it deserved back then.
You remember that far back?
I know, despite everything, right?
Yeah. I could barely remember yesterday.
And I have to say, this is not country. It's not country. It's more
it's
like
country, it's country.
You know, if this is not country,
Yeah,
it's
it is
going to be
country,
country.
All right, well, check it out because this song, it's by Mike Herrera of MXPX. He's the bassist, lead vocalist, songwriter for pop punk band MXPX, usually known for his punk-inspired tunes. His band Tumbledown is an alternative country band, so it kind of shows off his like folkier side. I would actually argue that it's more folky than it is country, and that's why I led with that.
But you just called it an alternative country band.
Well,
so
that's what the article called it. You know what, man?
Now you're not getting your story
I'm
straight.
gonna have you listen to it, and then you go fuck yourself. So here we go.
These faded jeans have seen some better days under the sun, burning ablaze. The bright day we met in the spring of '1. I tried to pull your heartstrings like I was pulling a gun. 'Cause my days are numbered, my days are done. My daddy was a pistol and I'm just a son of a gun.
Save me some land there, 'cause I'm on my way. There's no heartache, simple place to stay.
'Cause my days are numbered, my days are done. My daddy was a pistol and I'm just a son of a gun. It's not so bad here 'cause I ain't alone. It's been a long road home. Meet me where the tall grass grows and I'll pull you close. Meet me where the tall grass grows and you'll know that my days are numbered. They're fucking wild, but my days are done. My daddy was a pistol and I'm just a son of a gun.
17 is a weird.
My daddy was a pistol and I'm just a son of a gun. My daddy was a pistol and I'm just a son of a gun.
So what do you think?
That country D?
I feel like I should be walking along the beach just pensively thinking while I listen to this song. And this is good country, man. That's how you should lead off. This is good country. not none of that pop bullshit that we listen nowadays. This is actual OG country.
It has the spirit of country to it.
Yes.
You can tell.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is obviously called "Son of a Gun" by their self-titled Tumbledown album, and I think they only really had the one album, and now they're going to bring it out again. They're actually re-releasing this one. I don't think they remastered it. It just fell off the face of the earth for 10 years because I heard this song. This was like one of the singles off of it, and I heard it a couple times. It probably made the radio once or twice back when Indie, remember that radio station was a thing?
Yeah.
I think I heard it on that a couple times, and also enjoying the music of MXPX and all that good stuff. I was like, oh, cool, I'll check this guy out. And I was just like, I'm not much of a country guy either, but I enjoyed the shit out of it.
So you're saying this was an unlucky one?
Whoa.
Wow.
No.
Yes, Josh.
You're welcome.
Yes, I would say that. Thanks.
We appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'm all about the puns, guys. Let's have some pun here.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, I also, in the spirit of you guys being on the show, I mean, sorry, everybody, this goddamn show's so long.
Hey, man.
But you monopolize the shit out of fucking nerd news over here. It's fine. It's fine.
You have musicians. I finally have guys I could talk about movies with. What am I supposed to do?
In your face, dude. We got one.
We got one.
That's one on the board for you guys.
One on the board for us.
Well, again, in the spirit of you guys being on the show, I also wanted to talk about the best scores of all time. Speaking now that since we're talking about music, and we won't go all the way up to 10, but if you guys guess the best 5 scores of all time according to Ranker.com,
right here.
Ren, I mean, you won the last one.
I think I know number 1.
What do you think?
I don't know what number 1 is, but my first guess would be The Social Network.
No, sir. No. Not on the top 5.
Let's say Interstellar.
Nope.
Whoa.
Not in the top 5. Of all time. We're talking about of all time.
Right.
All right.
Interstellar.
So, Foo, you got one?
My favorite movie of all time?
No.
No,
You
score.
said-
The
score.
You just checked out.
Get off that dating app.
We need to broaden our minds a little bit.
Yeah. I don't have one yet.
Best movie score of all
Oh,
time.
this is easy now.
Lord of the Rings, dude.
No, sir. Not on the top 5.
They're in my top 5, asshole.
Gone with the Wind?
No, man.
Oh.
All right, you know this. You got it.
What do I know? Jeez.
No pressure, Ren.
No pressure. Titanic?
Titanic did not make the top 5.
Wow.
All right.
Is it like a top 10 at least?
No, I don't even see it in the top
mind.
10.
All right. Number 1 through 5 is going to be Jaws.
Jaws is number 5, everybody.
Open your mind a little
Okay,
bit. Now
okay.
that
Holy shit.
open your mind. Now you're going to name all of them right now.
All right, Foo. You're going to get number 1 right now. Watch.
Am I?
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm not. I'm not. See?
Oh, it's a dating app. All right, I get it.
Wow.
Swipe left.
I know it's just
Super like.
It's just the email address. Fuck, dude. Well, you know me and how much I love movies, Foo. I don't know.
Yeah. Dick. All right, let's see. John Williams. All right, well, duh. That's okay. Hold on. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park
Nice.
is number 6.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But you're on the right track.
Honestly, I'm a little upset that Lord of the Rings isn't in here.
So he's protesting the rest of this list.
Some real bullshit, dude.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
All right, Ren.
Is
By the way-
Rocky on this list?
Rocky is on the list, but not the top 5.
Come on, man.
Rocky's number 7.
Oh, it's right there.
Number
Damn.
1 through 5, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is number 2.
Come on.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Joe's got this on lock.
I know. He's already ready. All
Are you
right.
going to pass
I'm
again,
ready for
Foo,
number
or
3.
you got it?
How about that one Disney movie?
I'll give you a hint.
Back to the Future?
one that's not Disney.
I had that one. Yeah.
And they're not in the top 5. It's number 9.
Okay, this is the top 10.
All right. I'll go.
I did it.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Is number 1, sir.
There we go.
Wait, Star Wars or specifically that movie?
Well, it's you got to remember when Star Wars came out, it was just called Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah. So the first.
I'm
one
just
was-
clarifying.
1977,
You know.
yeah.
Well, New
I'm
Hope's
gonna
the
go for
original.
3. Superman?
Superman is not in the top 5,
Oh,
but it was number 8.
I got 7 and 8. There you go.
All right, so we have Star Wars. We
have Indiana
We have
Jones.
Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
Jaws.
Jaws. The other 2, I would be surprised if you actually got one of these.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
I got one more guess.
It's probably a Will Smith
I've
movie.
seen no. Fucking Men in Black.
We're just talking about that, man.
Bastard.
The wild.
Fucking bastard.
Hey, big good song.
Say what now?
Go ahead, Brandon. It's your turn, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's
Oh,
my
yeah,
turn.
it's your turn.
Oh,
I
boy.
said Superman. It was
I'm
like
going to
7.
say The Godfather.
Yeah.
Godfather's number 4, sir.
Flex on you guys a little bit right there.
Thank
Damn.
you.
All right,
guy.
Foo, no
Fucking
pressure here.
king. All right.
Batman.
Batman is not on the top
I'm about to
five,
guess this now.
unfortunately,
Oh,
and I
boy.
can't find him. Dark Knight is number 17, if
Dude.
that matters.
Good,
What the
good soundtrack right there.
All right.
This is your last try here, and then I'll just reveal it.
Okay, so this would be number
This would be number 3.
3.
I've seen this movie too, and it is a good soundtrack.
Oh, that's not helping at all. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh no.
Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack.
I just went Danny
but
Elfman.
No, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Clint
Oh,
1966.
wow.
So I guess Harry Potter.
A
next.
Western.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Western film.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like
Wow.
this was
Westerns
E.T..
made it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
It's a
E.T..
great movie.
E.T..
E.T.'s on here too. I mean, I'll do the rest of them. At least up to 10. Rocky, we said. Jurassic Park, Superman, Back to the Future, Lion King was number 10.
Oh,
E.T.
Lion
was
King.
11.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So-
just out.
And the rest. Yeah, dude. So that Ren wins the first one, and Joe, you won. You guys suck.
Oh, apparently.
It's like they know stuff about movies.
Hey,
they know
that's
stuff
why.
about
That's
something.
why we don't have a movie podcast.
Well, guys, thanks again for being on the show. Tell
Yes.
everybody where they can find you. And are you willing to reveal what the next episode's going to be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think we're doing District 9's recorded. We're in the middle of editing it.
Oh,
It'll
sweet.
be released Monday of next week.
Yes.
And it's a weekly podcast.
Weekly podcast every Monday if we're able to get it out
Barring
on time.
barring technological issues.
difficulties. Every Monday, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, on our website as well. You can go and find us as well.
Awesome.
Real quick, put you guys on a movie. There's this movie called Wandering Earth. The Wandering Earth. It's
The
a
Wandering
Chinese movie. It's like one of their best all-time movies already, and Netflix is acquiring it. So.
All right.
So
All right.
pre-screen it and
On-
see
on
if
our
it's
list.
deemed unlucky.
Yeah. I mean, I guess check us out also on Instagram and Twitter
Yep.
at TUO_podcast.
You'll be definitely getting recommendations from me as movies come up.
Bring it on.
Hey, other guys, we're on the same page.
There you
We love
go.
it.
The Last Samurai.
And the next time you're
Also,
Yes,
also
that's
listen,
on the list. That's on the
Yeah,
master list.
yeah, that is. Yeah.
And Joe, the next time you're in town, man, feel free and just hit us up.
Always.
We'll make
Oh
it
yeah,
happen.
dude. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
definitely glad.
We'll accommodate.
If you don't want to do the other guys, I'm jumping in over here.
Hey, you're still local, Ren, so you should be able to come too, man.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, anytime, guys.
Absolutely. Well, in regards to me, I'm going to be over at the venue this Saturday in Grand Terrace with the Fallen Electric. We're going to remember Average Joe and the Benchwarmers?
AJ and the B Dubs.
AJ and the B Dubs. Yeah, they invited the Fallen Electric to be on that show, and it's actually
right.
Max's birthday.
Oh,
on Saturday.
happy birthday, Max.
Yeah, so Max is the drummer. He was sitting right there where Joe's sitting right now. And yeah, great bunch of guys.
Yes,
Great
yes.
lineup. Local music is alive and well, dude.
Very much so.
Alive and well. Everybody, go fucking check out a show anywhere.
Support your local bands, people.
Yeah,
Support
dude, it's good stuff, dude, and it's way better than what's on radio these days, unless you got like some alternative station.
And
that
you
you're
really
listening
never
to.
know which one will blow up because you can always say you started them from the ground up.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I gotta say, one of the things that drew me to this podcast is you guys' focus on the local music scene.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, definitely. It's always good to highlight them because there's gems. There's not these hidden gems like AJ and the B Dubs. You know, when you see all these guys, you're like, holy shit! Wow, there is actually good music out there. So, everyone, get out there, have a
A
listen.
lot of time, yeah. That's how the underground stuff gets.
And even the hip hop artists that come through, man, they've really impressive.
Of course, you know I don't want to discount Hope, Anonymous, all of them. It's just I don't remember all of them because I'm so
We
high
were all
all the
very
time.
high. So again, the Fallen Electric is going to be at the venue in Grand Terrace Saturday, the 23rd. Go check us out. Say what's up. Grab a beer.
And food up like a couple of foods.
And get electrified with us for sure. But anyway, thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FWBarshow.com. And FW Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll food up like a couple of foos. I've been Joe C.
I've been Josh.
And for the unlucky ones, Joe, Ren, and not in the unlucky ones, but he's just unlucky in general. But Boo! Signing off saying, don't be